This is Big Rapids Cardinal basketball on News Radio WBRN 1460 AM and 96.5 FM, a part of the Big Rapids Media Network and your home for Cardinal basketball.
Jenga spinning. Oh, goodness. The rack attack.
That was absolutely nasty.
Moten goes up strong. Count the bump. And the bucket again.
If you get the ball in the paint, you're going to have good things happen.
Welcome into our Cardinal pregame show here live from Fremont High School. Brandon Worth running solo here this evening for you. JV match has gotten a little bit tighter between the Packers and the Cardinals. It was once at 1.8, and now it is only 3. Fremont has charged their way back in the JV contest. Well, let's preview the varsity contest for you here as we get into our full Big Rapids Cardinal basketball pregame show here on News Radio WBRN. Thanks for all tuning in. Whether you're with us on WBRN.com, streaming live, as well as on the mobile app, or if you're old school, the way that I prefer listening, 96.5 and 1460 AM at your nearest radio dial. Big thanks goes out to those that support these broadcasts. Those include, but aren't limited to, Big Rapids Public Schools, the Big Rapids Virtual School, Johnson's Automotive Repair, Michigan Primary Care Partners of Big Rapids and Canadian Lakes, Moto the Bacassaso Transit Authority, the Schuberg Insurance Agency, Streamlit Clean Power Washing and Painting, Quality Car and Truck Repair, New Horizon Landscaping, JD Fit, Menards, Cook's Tree Service, Post 90 and American Legion Baseball, Dazos Digital, and Big Rapids Daily News.com. Let's get you into your New Horizon landscaping time and temperature this evening. In the winter, New Horizons clears snow for residential and commercial properties. In the spring and summer, they care for your landscape. Trust the area's reliable and premier landscapers to take care of your property. Trust the experts at New Horizons Landscaping. It is a balmy 18 degrees here southwest of Big Rapids, 39 miles away, but it feels just as cold as back home. It feels like 4 degrees outside. You know what that means. It's a great night to be indoors playing some hoops. Right now, wind gusts up to 24 miles per hour, getting you that wind chill, an 18-degree true temperature, but it feels like 4. Mother Nature is not kind, and she's not going to be any kinder going into next week, calling for single digits and even in the negatives, as well as wind chills. Just absolutely frigid next week. An Arctic Blitz is on the way, so be sure that you're preparing for that based on what forecasters are calling for. Might also have some snow later on this evening, going into later in the week as well, before we get to the Cold Fest of next week. Still a 2-point game in the JV game in front of us. I'm going to keep us on track in the pregame show, but it is hard when you see the effort of these two teams battling it out in a one-possession game. But that is your time and temperature as we almost approach 6:40 Eastern Standard Time here in Fremont. And it's a rare matchup. We're here on a Monday calling some hoop action, the first Monday game of the season. And I believe it will be one of 2, as the Cardinals will have a game later on in February that will be a Monday. So that game will be called, of course, by us on News Radio WBRN. So be on the lookout for that, as we'll take a look as well at the Nuevo stats, some things to look forward. We'll get into the coach's corner as well later on with assistant coach Jason Kostecki to learn more about the matchup of this Monday night game against the Packers. We'll get you into the Cook's Tree Service Timber Report now. Big thanks goes out to Cook's Tree Service for all tree removal needs. 796-2908. That's 796-2908. When it comes to the timber of this Fremont floor, there's a lot of things to think about. One, it is a very, very low floor in field, and it's got a great crowd as well, as you can hear in the background right now. It is a very fun gym to play in. One of my personal road favorites. They always pack the house. Packer fans pack the house, of course, as the name goes. But the floor is very unique. It is very steep on both sides, and the parents that are listening that have been in this gym before are nodding their heads with me. It is a steep climb, and you definitely burn some calories getting to your seat to and from the concession stands down towards the floor level. It's very steep, and when it comes to the feel of the game, everything feels a little bit more of a magnitude. It has that more of a wall feel. So it has a little bit more of a close proximity feeling. How will that obviously affect tonight's game? Defensively will be very interesting. How do you go sideline to sideline when it comes to defensive schemes, right? We'll see more about that when we talk about Fremont in the coach's corner. A team that does press a little bit. They show to and from different defenses, very similar to what Coach Ingles likes to do. Man-to-man to zone to press throw a lot of different wrenches at you. So that is something that we will look forward to tonight here on this floor. And the floor especially, it's a very bright colored floor. It is a very light tan. You would call it maybe almost an ash golden American style of stain, and then you'd add a layer of transparent white paint on top of it. That's kind of what that feels like. But then you obviously have the paint that has that more of that dark oak feel. What does that have anything to do with the timber? Obviously, that can get your eyesight a little bit different, but the rims are the number one thing. They're very tight here at Fremont. A lot more tendency for lower scoring games, so that might favor the defense, and I'll tell you why in the Dazos Digital stat breakdown coming up. But first, let's pay some bills. We'll return with the pregame show. Coming up after this, you're listening to Cardinal Basketball right here on WBRN.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS, anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Big Rapids Cardinal fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Schuberg Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit us at SchubergAgency.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Schuberg Insurance Agency, community-driven, policyholder focused, education-based. Let's go Cards.
JD Fit in downtown Big Rapids is where you go to get fit. Are you a gym loaner? Do you need your workout but want your space to work? Or do you want one-on-one workout help? Whatever your workout needs, JD Fit can help you get fit. Stop in downtown Big Rapids or find them online at getjdfit.com.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
The ASE Blue Seal of Excellence Award for auto repair is not easy to earn, and there's just one repair shop in the area that has received it, Quality Car and Truck Repair. Call or make your appointment online today, 220th Avenue off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
Welcome back here to Fremont High School. Brandon Worth on the call with you here this evening here in lovely Fremont, Michigan, where it is just as cold as it is back home. We've gone through the time and temperature, the timber report. Let's get into the Dazos Digital Stat Breakdown presented by, of course, the experts at Dazos Digital. Target your potential customers with ads on streaming TV, as well as ads on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, you name it, they can do it. Dazos Digital can plan, produce, execute the campaign tailored to your business and help it grow in the best way possible. Trust Dazos Digital for all of your digital needs. Visit DazosDigital.com for more information. Let's look at the matchup between Fremont and Big Rapids. For those curious in the JV score right now, Fremont leads by 2 with 1:10 to go as Big Rapids trying to get themselves back in front. They had a fourth quarter lead, the JVs, trying to see if they can pull out a road win. The home team obviously making a rally and trying to change things. But as we look at the varsity stats and matchup, 2-8 Fremont comes into this contest, but that is not indicated on how they can play. They are a much better team than 2-8 on the record, and their conference shows that. In the West Michigan Conference, the Lakes Division, they're playing against some tough teams. I mean, you're looking at the Western Michigan Conference as a whole. You got some perennials. You got the Whitehall Vikings. You got the Ludington Orioles. You got a lot of these really, really good basketball schools in this conference. The Hart Pirates as well that really came on last couple of years. And Big Rapids fans know exactly what they can do with a lot of talent on the floor as well. So there's a lot of good teams in this conference, including North Muskegon. Didn't even almost neglected to mention them as well. Just a perennial Division VII football school as well, as they can hoop. They can really, really hoop. And we learned that last year. But this is a team that has made the district final 4 of the last 5 years, including a regional semifinal appearance. The last 2 seasons, they lost to Hudsonville Unity Christian, a really good team. They lost to Spring Lake last year, who made that miraculous run after defeating Whitehall in the district rounds. So this is a good ball club. They might be 2-8, but they play some tough teams. Overall, they're not a bad offensive team. They average right around a 50 points per game clip, 48.8. You count the change in between. But they give up around 65.7. But we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on here in the breakdown. They're 2-5 at home this season. 0-3 away from their home gym. So both of those 2 wins came at home this season. A steal on the floor. Big Rapids looking to tie it up, and they do. 50 seconds to go, and the JVs are tied up at 40 apiece. What a great game between these 2 teams, getting us ready for the nightcap. Tuning up to be right around, doing the math in my head right now, to be give or take right around 7:10 of a start time, but we'll keep you rolling here in the pregame show as long as we can. Might even turn out to be maybe a little bit more like 7:05 before we really kick this one off with the tip-off. Big Rapids Cardinals 7-2 on the campaign with a win against Newaygo on Friday night, 70-54. And it was a very, very spread out performance. That was the most impressive part of that win. 4+ players with at least 5 rebounds or 5 assists. Ty Gilchek being one of those guys. He was a really big contributor. Although we saw 21 points for Cole Heist, 20 points for Gabe Jinga, I think that was somebody that really stood out. Ty really made a lot of big plays. 14 points, 6 boards, 6 assists, as well as 2 steals. He can do it all, and you can definitely see what he can do on the floor when he is healthy. And it's good to see him back healthy. Lamont Belvin also adding 6 rebounds. Jinga and Gilchek both with 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Gabe Jinga had as well with his 20 points and 6 boards. He was dominant as well with 2 blocks. I mean, he's just a very impressive ball player. Jerice Moten also adding 3 steals defensively. And I believe a season high for him at 8 points. It's good to see Jerice starting to score it on the offensive end as well. He's got a lot of potential that we just haven't seen tapped just yet. And I think he might be due for something here, especially when Big Rapids will need him with the taxing 3-game week ahead. 5-1 the Cardinals are at home in Big Rapids this season. 2-1 away from home. Wins against Reed City and Chippewa Hills. A loss to Kenowa Hills just before the Christmas break. That lone away loss this year. Offensive points per game at 60.1. A little bit better than last year. I believe it was 56.1 they averaged on the season last year, so they're above that clip. But more impressive in my eye, they've been better defensively as well. 49.3 given up through the first 9 games. They averaged last season at around 52-53, kind of dancing between those 2 numbers. So you can already see the improvements made on the defensive end, especially when they beat Fremont last year. It was 54-51 back on December 12th. That's the last time these 2 teams met a year ago. Cole Heist was monstrous that game, 4 of 8 from downtown in this gym, as well as Ty Gilchek added 6 steals for Big Rapids in that 3-point win. And as well, the last time Fremont defeating the Cardinals, you'd have to go back to January 28th of 2022, where they won by 3 after losing the opening contest in overtime. And speaking of overtime, we have extra basketball for the JVs, tied at 40 apiece as the 4th quarter buzzer sounds, which means we got a longer pregame show. It's a win, and it is a win indeed. A lot of great things to cover. We'll continue on with the Dazos Digital Stat Breakdown. We'll get you into Coach's Corner as well as we'll get into the JD Fit starting lineups later on, right here on the home for Cardinal basketball, WBRN.
American Legion Post 98 Baseball returns to the Diamond next summer. The area's best players assemble to compete with some of the nation's best American Legion teams. Ty Gilchek, Noah Sweppenheiser, Kurt Wilbur, John Lazinski, Carson Rakoff, and Brody Osaski return along with Newaygo's Russell Toft, Reed City's Caleb Sommer, Sten's Emmett Ligman, and Everett's Aiden Anderson, plus new talent Lucas Johnson of Everett, Ian Metzger, and Kobe Franklin of Cadillac, and even Parker Billings of Fulton. The team has athleticism, speed, power, IQ, and talent to make up the 2025 Post 98 AA Ducks. Post 98 American Legion Baseball is supported by Hamtech, SMC Electrical Services, Hunty's Clubhouse, Filler Insurance, the Rakoff family, Mold and Air Quality Professionals of Dundee, Brown's Barbershop, the Big Rapids Media Network, and BBR Mobile Home Setup. Shout out to Peter. Without the community support, there would be no American Legion Baseball in Big Rapids. From all the players and coaches, thank you for your support. Find the Post 98 schedule at 98baseball.com.
Same make, same model, same diagnostic issues.
Why does my car always tell me there's something wrong? Even after I installed my Expert D800 neural net processor, it still says my alternator is overheating.
But sometimes things aren't always what they seem.
Johnson's Automotive fixes electrical issues on any make and model.
With the help of Johnson's Automotive Napa-certified techs, the T800 is back on track to complete his mission.
This time, I'm back for good.
Johnson's Automotive. Schedule service Service online at johnsonsautobr.com.
The Detroit Red Wings return to the ice this season on WBRN.
Now the Wings trying to bump it forward. Here's a breakaway for Christian Fisher. Moves in, he shoots, he scores!
Motown looks to motor to the postseason after coming up one game short last year.
Ida with a centering attempt. Kreider with a chance. Beautiful leg pad save right there by line.
Join Ken Kell and Paul Woods each and every game on 1460 AM and 96.5 FM. For the weekly Red Wings broadcast schedule, visit WBRN.com.
TikTok, YouTube, Hulu, get your business where customers are watching an average of 24 hours of content each week. Dasos Digital curates campaigns for your business for your goals, targets, and budgets. Video content creation may seem daunting, but Dasos Digital can see you through the trees. Short form, long form, drone, Dasos Digital can get you looking good in front of your customers consistently and effectively. Dasos Digital, navigating your business through the digital wilderness. Visit dasosdigital.com for more.
Welcome back here to Fremont High School, home of the Packers. We haven't got to pregame yet when it comes to the varsity matchup. That is because if you're just joining us here live, as we were supposed to be about 10 minutes until opening tip-off of the varsity nightcap, we're going to be waiting just a little bit longer because the JVs have had too much fun on the floor. They wanted to play one more quarter, and that is because it was tied at 40 apiece. In overtime, they are right now. 3 minutes to go in overtime. Fremont with a 1-point lead as the Cardinals draw a foul. That's going to lead to free throws upcoming here for Coach Kostecki and company. Speaking of which, we'll hear from him later on here in the Cardinal pregame show. He'll be talking about the matchup in the coach's corner, the win over Newaygo, as well as what player he thinks might have a night tonight. And I was surprised about his answer, so we'll wait and see what he has to say later on here in the pregame show. First free throw is on the way and good for the Cardinals. They have now tied it up officially at 41 apiece. Going to the line for his second, Carter Godfrey, the sophomore, looks to give the Cardinals the lead and does. 42-41 our score. Fremont was down by 7 in the fourth, clawed their way back, tied it up, and now will trail by 1. We'll see if the Cardinals can play defense and get their way through it. We'll continue on with the Dasos Digital stat breakdown just a little bit further here on our extended pregame coverage. Speaking of which, Fremont answers. Now they have the 1-point lead for those curious as well. We'll have some scores around the league for you here as well tonight. We'll be checking in on the games over in Central Montcalm as West Michigan Aviation Academy taking on the Hornets, as well as Chip Hills will be traveling to Clare to take on the Pioneers. And Vesterberg will make the trek over to Lakeview. So we'll have an eye on those games for you here this evening as we are following along with the Cardinals and Packers in front of us. So back to the Dasos Digital stat breakdown. A couple more things you need to know about the matchup, especially the average numbers. Going into this season, I obviously mentioned the averages from both these teams offensively and defensively. Fremont scores around 48.8 per game, give up 65, and obviously we mentioned earlier on, you have to take into account the teams that Fremont are playing offensively. Ludington, a perennial top 10 team in the area offensively. Whitehall the same way. The Norsemen of North Muskegon also the same way. Those teams can fill it, so that gives you why that number is so large. And we'll talk about that number here in just a moment. Big Rapids scoring 60.1, one of their highest numbers since the Dunn seasons 2 seasons ago, where they averaged about 62 a game on the season. 49.3 given up is the best in at least since I started calling games 3 years ago. Fremont, when they allow under 66, their defensive points per game average are 2-2. And that favors them for their 2 wins at home. They were much low-scoring games when they defeated Montague as well as Shelby, and they blew those teams out here in this building. So that's one thing to note. When they do not do that, they are winless. 0-6, right? This year, 2-3 when they score over their average of 48. 0-5 if not. So they need to score in order to help win the game. It makes sense, right? How do the Cardinals compare? 4-0, allowing under 50 this season. They have been perfect when their defense has been perfect. Maybe not necessarily perfect, but they have been much better. Overall, 3-2 when they've allowed more than 50 this year, including losses to Kenowa Hills and Cedar Springs, giving up 64 and 61 to those 2 clubs. This year, they're 4-0 when they score over 60 points, 3-2 when not. So even though they might not necessarily have the best offensive day, the defense has won them games overall this year. And Coach Ingles wanted to make an emphasis on that with this year's team. There's a lot of talent on the offensive side of the basketball. When you got a guy like Cole Heist that can shoot it, you got a guy like Gabe Jenga who can go get it and go fill it. Then you got a lot of complementary ISO ball players like Liam McLaughlin and Jerice Moten that can dive to the rack. There's a lot of offensive prowess on this year's team, but the defense is where they're going to make a run. Fremont with a 3-point lead now in the JV contest with 1:14 to go. They're going to the line. Chance to extend it to potentially 5 in a 2-possession game. Boy, it's getting really intense here in the building, and we haven't even got the varsity guys warming up yet. Overall, the best wins on the campaign, Fremont. Their best win of the season came back on December 20th against Montague, a team with a 4.50 MPR. For reference, Fremont with a 4.39 MPR, so they beat a team above their MPR, but have lost to a team lower than their MPR, 4.32, on their first game of 2025 on January 2nd against Muskegon Orchard View. Lost to the Birds at home here in this very gym. Cardinals' best win statistically actually came in game number 1 against West Michigan Aviation Academy, who right now are at a perfect 5.00 in MPR overall here this year. So right at that 500 mark, the Cardinals are at 4.96 in reference. Obviously, West Michigan Aviation have played a lot more of better games as opposed to a lot of more wins that the Cardinals have this year. As a timeout from Coach Kostecki, it was 5, now it's 3. A steal and score for the Cardinals. So there is a chance here. They are hanging around, and you love to see it, especially from that group, how much they've battled this year. Overall, the lowest loss statistically for Big Rapids was Kennewa Hills right before the break. They're at a 4.76 MPR, but that number will go up the more wins they get. They had a much more of a top-heavy start of the season schedule-wise in this season. Fremont 11-15 last year compared to Big Rapids 16-7. And Fremont they were road warriors last year. They went to opposing gyms and they beat teams. They were 8-8 away from this gym, 3-7 in this gym. So they actually played much better on the road. That year right now to this point is flipped. They're playing much better at home even though they have more games. Big Rapids 9-2 at home last year, 7-5 on the road. Right now, right at about that same track, 5-1 this year at home, 2-1 on the road so far. 4-8, the Packers were in conference play. The Cardinals 8-2. Obviously, discrepancy between the two conferences. Right now, Fremont 1-4 in West Michigan Conference Lakes Division action. Cardinals 4-0 in CSAA Red Division play. And for Fremont, they had a better offense and defense last year, 50 points per game, 53 given up. Cardinals 56-52. Those numbers being so tight can give you an understanding why last year's game was only 3 points and was also in the 50 range. Going up the floor now, Fremont looks to ice this game away. Going to fire a 3. My goodness. That is a monstrous shot from the Packers off of the fingertips there of Andrew Veach. Boy, that is a monstrous 3. Correction, that's Joshua Rowe. I was looking at the freshman roster as a foul is called on Fremont. Big Rapids trails by 6 with 28 seconds to go, but they're going to the line now. Chance to cut it to with 4. So we'll see here what Coach Kostecki draws up here on the press. But when it comes down to the head-to-head matchup here, the last thing in our Dazos digital stat breakdown, Cardinals do own the all-time matchup since 2017, especially when these two teams started in conference action in the CSAA. 14 games played. Cardinals have won 9 out of those 14, a 9-5 record against the Packers, including winning the last meeting 54-51. With that, we will step aside. We will bring it back to you with the Coach's Corner with Coach Kostecki. Coming up after this, you're listening to Cardinal Basketball right here on WBRN.
Save 30, 40, 50, even up to 80% off local restaurants, auto repair, services, things to do, health and fitness, and more. Bernie's Place, Cranker's Brewery, Monkey Shine Kennels, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Routley's Septic, Big Rapids Farm and Garden, Big B Coffee, Cran Hill Ranch, BR Fitness Plus, Bell's Coffee, and so much more. BigDealsBR.com is your first stop when shopping locally. Sign up for weekly Big Deal sales so you never miss a deal. BigDealsBR.com, where you shop for local savings.
JD Fit in downtown Big Rapids is where you go to get fit. Are you a gym loaner? Do you need your workout but want your space to work? Or do you want one-on-one workout help? Whatever your workout needs, JD Fit can help you get fit. Stop in downtown Big Rapids or find them online at getjdfit.com. Michigan Primary Care Partners is thrilled to announce they are now open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for acute issues. Avoid a costly trip to the ER and see your primary care provider right here in Big Rapids. Additionally, the Michigan Primary Care Partners in-house pharmacy is open on Saturdays for all your medication needs. Michigan Primary Care Partners is here to help you get and stay healthy. Find Michigan Primary Care Partners in Big Rapids, Canadian Lakes, Reed City, and always online at MichiganPrimaryCarePartners.com.
Big Rapids Cardinal fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Schuberg Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit us at SchubergAgency.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Schuberg Insurance Agency, community-driven, policyholder-focused, education-based. Let's go Cards.
Rides to the doctor, rides to treatments, rides to PT. Mota offers rides to wellness. If you're in need of reliable transportation for your medical appointment, contact Mota as far as 6 months in advance. Mota proudly serves Mecosta and Osceola counties with travel limits as far as 100 miles outside the county area, as well as the greater Ann Arbor area. Rides to wellness pickups are available 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Visit motaonline.com or call 231-796-4896. That's 231-796-4896.
You know those guys who clean up decks, docks, siding, and gunners?
You mean extremely clean?
Well, they do more. A lot more.
Like?
Extremely Clean cleans everything and anything. Not just outside, but indoors too. They can professionally repair any surface and paint it, whether it's walls, ceilings, cabinets, and woodwork. Licensed and insured, over 17 years in business. Extremely Clean does it all, inside and out. And when they're done, it's on Facebook and extremelycleanmi.com. Call today.
Welcome back here to Fremont High School. Brandon Worth joining you here live, home of the Packers here in what you may call Packer Arena. Some people have called discrepancy that Big Rapids' gym should be called Cardinal Arena. I've referred to it as that, and some people have kind of given me the puzzled look. I'll explain my logic. Mascot, and I would consider an arena that has a walking track, a facility that has a walking track around it as well as stands on both sides. That's why I refer to it as an arena, because it has that arena feel to it. But the final horn sounds in the JV matchup, 53-48 final in favor of Fremont. An unfortunate loss for Coach Kostecki's group in overtime, but they played a very tough basketball game. Had it in their grasp. It was a slow start. They battled back with the lead in the fourth quarter. It was a heck of an effort, and the crowd giving a standing O for what has been a fantastic showing of basketball from both teams, as both varsity teams await on. They will be beginning their warm-up sessions here in just a moment, as well as we will send it to the coach's corner here in just a moment to hear from Coach Kostecki himself on the matchup with the Packers here this evening. But before we do that, big thanks goes out to Big Rapids Public Schools award-winning elementary schools. The Big Rapids Virtual School has extensive educational opportunities as well as extracurricular opportunities at Big Rapids High School. It's the school of choice in the area. Visit brps.org. Stick around. We'll have our BRPS player of the game later on in the broadcast, final after the conclusion, when we have two final scores tallied between these two teams after 32 minutes of play. Cardinals will go out to the floor first. The Packers will await their beat drop from a little bit of Metallica before they make their way onto the floor here in front of their home fans. Some fans battling their way into the building right now, some of them taking just any mental breather that they possibly can after that intense showing of basketball just for the last hour plus of the JV teams. So we're going to have a good matchup on hand here tonight. Cardinals wearing their famous classic striped pants along with the short sleeve hoodie tops. First time this year, we'll also see a team with short sleeve hoodie warm-ups, the Fremont Packers, wearing some Under Armour sweats as well as those shirt sleeve hoodies. And I got to tell you, I am a fan of those hoodies as one that owns one in a different color myself. But no more talking about Colding. Let's get you into the coach's corner. I sat down with assistant coach Jason Kostecki to talk about the matchup between the Packers and the Cardinals, the difficulty of going from a Friday night to a quick turnaround Monday night game, as well as what the Cardinals need to do tonight in order to get win number 8 on the season. Without further ado, we'll send you to the coach's corner with assistant coach Jason Kostecki. Going right into it here, Fremont, obviously quick turnaround for you guys after Friday's win. Just talk about especially the gauntlet before the game even starts, as you'll be loading up on the bus for a travel to Fremont. Just talk about especially the way you guys are approaching that as a team with this quick turnaround.
Yeah, it's a busy week, right? We played Friday, played tonight, played tomorrow, and then we got obviously a big one on Friday. So, quick turnaround, not a lot of practice time. Obviously, we did have a light practice yesterday, which was lighthearted, but we got some work done, so that was good. Worked on some things that we know Fremont's going to try, and hopefully just keep some fresh legs, from playing Friday and then tonight and then again tomorrow.
For sure. And before we get into Fremont, obviously last Friday's win against Newaygo felt like a really big up boosting for the team overall. A lot of assists, not a lot of turnovers, a lot of good defensive plays as well. Just talk about what you and the coaching staff saw as a whole from that Friday night win.
Yeah, I thought we played okay. We had a pretty good first half. The second half, we played really uninspired, I thought. Kind of just went through the motions, kind of let Newaygo hang around that 20-point mark where us as coaches thought we could have maybe pushed that a little bit farther. But, we had those letdowns and those things happen. So we worked on some of that stuff to kind of keep that intensity for 32 minutes of a game, no matter what the score is and who we're playing. But that's just something we got to get better at as the season moves forward.
Absolutely. And obviously with an opportunity here tonight against Fremont, a team that might not necessarily have the wins in the win column, but is going to be very competitive. Just talk about what you see from that team on film and what you guys are expecting as far as the game plan goes.
Yeah, you look at their record and people are going to be like, man, they must not be very good. They play in a very tough league, night in and night out. So I would say top to bottom, that league is a little more competitive probably than the CSAA. But, they're going to play us tough. They're going to switch some things around. They like to press. They'll play man-to-man. They'll switch to his own. So we've been working really on that. The last couple of games we have seen kind of a box and one on Cole, which kind of, I think, took us out of our rhythm a little bit in the second half of that Newaygo game. They basically denied him the ball, shadowed him everywhere he went. So we did work on some different setups and things for a box and one in case teams continue to throw that at us to kind of slow us down. So hopefully we have that rectified and are ready to go tonight if they throw that at us.
For sure, and obviously big performance from Cole, big performance from Gabe on Friday. Ty even as well on the stat sheet, boards and assists. Who's a guy that you think might have a good game tonight just based on what Fremont presents and a way they've progressed over practices?
Yeah, I really think Liam McLaughlin is kind of due again. He's kind of been he's not playing bad, but I think he's due for a breakout game, both offensively and defensively, really attacking the basket, getting some easy buckets and getting us out in transition. That's who I think is going to have the game of the night.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you for joining us. Last thing before you go, what's going to be the biggest keys for success to hopefully take down the Packers tonight in non-conference action?
I think the biggest thing for tonight is we play 32 minutes of basketball. No matter what the score is, no matter what's going on in the gym, we play consistent 32 minutes of basketball. We're going to be successful tonight.
There you have it, Coach's Corner with assistant coach Jason Kostecki, and I'm glad that he mentioned Liam McLaughlin. He is a guy that has shown the development over the preseason, right in through the summer into the early fall. Especially you got to see his athleticism on display on the gridiron. He's a guy that can do it. He's had 6 points in that opening game against Shepherd, 8 points as well against Aviation. He busted out for 17 against Chip Hills. Since then, 8 points, 13 points against Tri-County, but this is kind of where it started to sputter a little bit. Cedar Springs held to one singular point, had 11 against Reed City, bounced back. But then since that Kenowa Hills game, 7-1 point, right? Back-to-back games, 7 against Kenowa and then 1 last night. He's a guy that can do it. The consistency has just not been on the stat sheet for him this season. He's done things. He's gotten on boards. Defensively, he has stepped up his game. But he could be one that especially we'll be keeping an eye on here tonight. Looking at some scores around the league here, as for those that are tuning in, that are thinking, oh, whoa, what's going on here? Has they not started the game yet? You are correct. The JV's going to overtime. That gets us to the point where we are right now. We are just about 9 minutes away from the national anthem, JD Fit starting lineups, and more coming up here between the Cardinals and the Packers, former CSAA conference foes, now non-conference foes. Fremont moving to the West Michigan Conference in the Lakes Division not too long ago. But scores around the league so far, Chip Hills at Clare. That game has not started yet. That is due for a 7:30 tip-off there at the home of the Pioneers. Central Montcalm as well as Chip Hills, Central Montcalm and West Michigan Aviation, I should say, they are at starting lineups at this very moment, so they're just about 10 minutes ahead. Their JV game going long, and no score reported yet from Lakeview. We'll keep our eye on that as Vesterberg traveling to face the Wildcats here this evening, especially looking at the standings here this year for the CSAA. Right now, it's a 2-horse race at the top, and everybody knows Friday night's game is going to be epic. Cardinals and the Tigers, top of the tables, both those teams undefeated in CSAA red play, and they are due to square off on Friday night there in Grant. That's going to be an epic matchup of epic proportions, to say the least. I can't wait to call that game. I know Blake is very excited to call that game. Shout out if he's listening in. He's on daddy duty tonight. Love to see Blake back with us here tomorrow, and hopefully you guys can hear him too. Had such great feedback and appreciate what he has brought to the broadcast this year beyond his belief. We'll keep on going here with our Cardinal pregame show. Coming up, we will have our JD Fit starting lineups here for this evening. Get you who's in and get you who's out. Starting lineups, national anthem, and kick it off between the Packers and Cardinals after this right here on News Radio WBRN.
American Legion Post 98 Baseball returns to the Diamond next summer. The area's best players assemble to compete with some of the nation's best American Legion teams. Ty Gielczak, Noah Sweppenheiser, Kurt Wilbur, John Lazinski, Carson Rakoff, and Brody Osaski return along with Nowego's Russell Toft, Reed City's Caleb Sommer, Sten's Emmett Ligman, and Everett's Aiden Anderson, plus new talent Lucas Johnson of Everett, Ian Metzger, and Kobe Franklin of Cadillac, and even Parker Billings of Fulton. The team has athleticism, speed, power, IQ, and talent to make up the 2025 Post 98 AA Ducks. Post 98 American Legion Baseball is supported by Hamtech, SMC Electrical Services, Hunty's Clubhouse, Filler Insurance, the Rakoff family, Old and Air Quality Professionals of Dundee, Brown's Barbershop, the Big Rapids Media Network, and BBR Mobile Home Setup. Shout out to Peter. Without the community support, there would be no American Legion Baseball in Big Rapids. From all the players and coaches, thank you for your support. Find the Post 98 schedule at 98baseball.com.
The Detroit Red Wings return to the ice this season on WBRN.
Now the Wings trying to bump it forward. Here's a breakaway for Christian Fisher. Moves in, he shoots, he scores!
Motown looks to motor to the postseason after coming up one game short last year.
Either with a centering attempt, Kreider with a chance. Beautiful leg pad save right there by line.
Join Ken Cal and Paul Woods each and every game on 1460 AM and 96.5 FM. For the weekly Red Wings broadcast schedule, visit WBRN.com.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
The ASE Blue Seal of Excellence Award for auto repair is not easy to earn, and there's just one repair shop in the area that has received it. Quality Car and Truck Repair. Call or make your appointment online today. 220th Avenue, off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
This is Senior Ty Gielczak, and you are listening to Big Rapids Cardinal Basketball on News Radio WBRN.
Welcome back here to our Cardinal pregame show live in Fremont. We are just about 5 minutes away from opening tip-off. Apologies for those that were tuning in, assuming the game is already through potentially the first quarter. The JVs spoiled that idea, going to overtime where Fremont just edging Big Rapids in the penultimate frame not too long ago. We'll get to our JD Fit starting lineups just a little bit early for you here this evening. Obviously, being on the road, we have the ability to do so. Our presented starting lineups are, of course, sponsored by JD Fit. The area's best athletes train at JD Fit in downtown Big Rapids. Workouts, equipment built for your athletes. Schedule a free consultation. Get jdfit.com for more information. Our starting lineups here this evening go as follows. First, for the visiting Packers. Well, let me check that. How about for the hosting Packers? First road game in a while. A little bit of a jinx, you could say, a little bit of rust. My apologies. For the hosting Packers, their starting five goes as follows. It will be senior Reddick Powell, who will be wearing 4 this evening for the Packers, who will be sporting the very Wisconsin-esque white uniforms, white pants, as well as red trim on their uniforms. Braden Crossley, the talented sophomore, will start for Coach here this evening, and I think especially for head coach Kit Powell. He definitely has showed that he has a lot of great ability to get his team, no matter the athletes, in a position to win ball games. But the consistency this year has obviously been an issue, but we covered that in the pregame show. Maason Green, another fellow sophomore wearing 13, will get the start for the Packers tonight, as well as Carter Sherman and Logan McLean, a senior-junior combo wearing 24 and 33 respectively, will be your starters for the Fremont Packers. For the visiting Cardinals, our own Big Rapids Birds, it will be the same 5 as always. Jerice Moten, Cole Heiss, Liam McLaughlin, Gabe Jinka, and Ty Gilchek will be your starting 5 here against Fremont this evening. Do have a score report now finally from Lakeview as they are hosting Vesterberg this evening. It is a 13-7 score line, 2:25 to go in the first quarter in favor of the hometown team, the Wildcats, so we'll keep an eye on that game as well. Chip Hills at Clare, that game starting at 7:30, and then West Michigan Aviation Academy traveling to Stanton to take on the Hornets of Central Montcalm. We'll keep our eye on that game as well throughout the broadcast. Before we kick it to our final timeout, I want to say thank you to all of our great supporters that help with our broadcasts as well. Big shout out to Board Op Sophie Wisniewski for running the boards for us this evening. Always does a great job. Big thanks as well to Eric Etchison, JT Scarpelli for making it possible. Big thanks to my dad as well, Jim Worth, for helping make the drive over a little bit more comforting and not having to be alone. He's going to help with stats this evening. Appreciate all the work that he's done as well. Big thanks also go out to our supporting businesses that include, but aren't limited to, Big Rapids Public Schools, Big Rapids Virtual School, Michigan Primary Care Partners of Big Rapids and Canadian Lakes, Johnson's Automotive Repair, Motor the Macassa Transit Authority, the Schuberg Insurance Agency, Quality Car and Truck Repair, Extremely Clean Power Washing and Painting, New Horizon Landscaping, JD Fit, Cook's Tree Service, Post 90 American Legion Baseball, Menards, Dezos Digital, and Big Rapids DailyNews.com. This Big Rapids Media Network broadcast and live stream is in partnership with Big Rapids Public Schools. The Big Rapids Media Network is Big Country 100.9, Y102, 102.3, WYBR, WBRN 1460 AM, 96.5 and 107.7 FM, Rewind 99.1, BigRapidsDailyNews.com, as well as Dezos Digital. An extra shout-out as well. You can check out the Morning Rush with Aaron on Y102, as well as Mornings with Etch on Big Country 100.9 to get you to and from your morning commutes with some great comedy as well as informative topics and what's going on in the community. You can also subscribe to Big Rapids Daily News on YouTube so you don't miss out on The Rundown, your exclusive coverage for high school sports in video and audio formats, both on YouTube throughout the week as well as on the weekends at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever you find this broadcast. We will send it to our final break for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have basketball underway between Fremont and Big Rapids here in the home of the Packers. Don't go anywhere. Basketball is finally coming up next right here on News Radio WBRN.
TikTok, YouTube, Hulu, get your business where customers are watching an average of 24 hours of content each week. Dezos Digital curates campaigns for your business for your goals, targets, and budgets. Video content creation may seem daunting, but Dezos Digital can see you through the trees. Short form, long form, drone, Dezos Digital can get you looking good in front of your customers consistently and effectively. Dezos Digital, navigating your business through the digital wilderness. Visit DezosDigital.com for more.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
The ASE Blue Seal of Excellence Award for auto repair is not easy to earn, and there's just one repair shop in the area that has received it. Quality Car and Truck Repair. Call or make your appointment online today to 20th Avenue off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice: hard time or prime time.
Ugh, I didn't do it, and now my car's suspension is kaput like a running man.
Fortunately, the Napa-certified technicians at Johnson's Automotive can fix the suspension, replace the tires, even replace the brakes on any make or model.
I told Damian Killian I would be back.
Johnson's Automotive, Northland Drive, Big Rapids. Schedule service online at johnsonsautobr.com.
Killian, here is Sub-Zero. Now Plane Zero.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS. Anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Y'all are listening to Big Rapids. Cardinal basketball on WBRN. What
A beautiful rendition of our nation's anthem, and we are ready for basketball here in Fremont. Packers and Cardinals set to get underway. Here down, we have traveled a whopping 39 miles, folks, to bring you the coverage of this contest to the southwest of home as the Cardinals face the Packers, former conference foes, renewed in non-conference action for the second consecutive season here in front of our very eyes. The Cardinals winning last year's matchup, for those that remember, on December 12th. Cardinals get their starters introduced first as courtesy from the home team. It is your usual suspects, as they may say. Maybe Sheriff Miller would say that if he's listening into this broadcast. It is Cole Heist, Jerice Moten, Liam McLaughlin, Gabe Jenga, and Ty Gilchek, all making their 10th starts in respect and as well in correction. Jerice Moten and Ty Gilchek, the only ones in their 9th start, the other 3 in their 10th. Packers will bring out their first 5. Reddick, Powell, Braden Crosley, Moss and Green, Carter Sherman, and Logan McLean will be your starting 5 for head coach Kit Powell. He's assisted by David Green, Jason Snyder, and Stephen Palmer, as well as Coach Ingles. After over 500 years this season, is assisted by Jess Heist and Jason Kostecki. We got 5 on each side of the floor. We got 3 officials, 2 rims at 10 feet high apiece. An orange basketball that bounces to the proper height of a standing elbow from an elbow's reach drop. And we are ready here for basketball. Packers and Cardinals set to get underway here in Packer Arena. It'll be Jenga against McLean for the tip. It is won by Jenga to Gilchek. We are underway. It'll be Moten up top. It'll be a 2-3 zone here to start for the Packers. Even almost a 1-2-2-esque look here for Fremont defensively. They're going to move it around. Height firing a 3. That one just strong. Jenga on the glass. Puts it up. Puts it in. Extremely clean up on the boards for Jenga as he gets the board and the deuce. 2-0 in the first bucket for Big Rapids. A little bit of a press look. Moten gets a deflection out of bounds. It will be Fremont basketball. Only 29 seconds gone. If you're just joining us here, you haven't missed much. Don't worry. If you're thinking you're tuning in late, the JVs helped you out that game going into overtime, pushing our start back of this broadcast a little bit. But we are here and ready to go between these two teams. Man-to-man look here for Coach Ingles and company to start off. Fremont going to try to loop it around. Screen, quick shot, firing from the mid-range. Short there off the fingertips. Offensive board put back, no good. Jenga pulls down the miss as Powell was turned back. Full court pass up ahead. Gilchek with the catch. McLaughlin has some trouble. That one deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cardinals. Jenga threw that one up ahead and it almost hit the sideline. Gilchek able to keep it in bounds. Finds McLaughlin, but he lost it on his way through after a Packer tried to deflect it. Quick off the catch. McLaughlin against the zone. Over to Moten. Moten throws it away. He was throwing it to McLaughlin, who's ready to cut to the other side. First turnover of the night. That one will be registered to Moten. Miscommunication there with McLaughlin. All rebounds tonight are presented by Extremely Clean. They can professionally prepare, repair, and paint any surface in your home. Visit extremelycleanmi.com for more information. Double team trap. They get it down to the block, out to the short corner now. Holding it in his mitts, passing off as Powell. Over across to Crosley. Big man defended by Heiss, trying to get a switch, and they almost get it for a second. Lob down. Heiss has to come back over. Shot up contested. Great contest from Heiss, and he gets out of the jam as the much taller McLean had an opportunity, but good defense from Heiss. Liam downhill, floats it up, draws the contact. He'll go to the line in the post-98 charity stripe for 2 upcoming. Foul is also going to be on Logan McLean, the junior. So the big man picks up his first foul of the contest as he'll go to the post-98 charity stripe. First one floated up and good from Liam. First point of the ball game for him. As we mentioned, only 1 point against Newaygo, despite a great defensive effort. On the season, shooting 42% from the stripe. Looking to aim that number. That second one misses. He does make the first. That'll up his percentage. 1 for 2 from the post-98 charity stripe. Almost stolen away by Heiss. Falling down and not able to recover the basketball was Carter Sherman as he was pestered by 2 Cardinals. Fell down, did a spinorama move, rolling over on his side, not able to make the catch. And that's a turnover for the Packers. Big thanks goes out to Menards. Register to win a brand new Ford F-150 sponsored by Sylvania. See store for details only at Menards. 3 ball is on the way. Cash money! It's a downtown splashdown from Cole Heist, who buries his first triple in the corner. That's a pretty shot from Cole Heist. You don't want to leave him alone. Packers look to answer from their own from the corner. In and out. No good. It was a good look for Sherman. Turned back by his own rim. Heist will push the tempo against the zone. Cross inside, over for Moten. Moten thought about it, pass back out to Cole. He'll navigate the zone. Moten quick inside. Gilcheck, great pass down low, and it finds Jenga for a deuce. An absolute dime-dropping play. Gilcheck, the backdoor pass, and it's a beautiful right to the other block, and Jingo's waiting for a deflection. Steal! Moten out ahead. Heiss has got it in his mitts. Run down the lane, and he scores it. Timeout Fremont and Coach Powell. It's a Cardinal party early on. 10-0 through the first 3 minutes. They're out and running. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more basketball after this right here on WBRN.
Have you ever wondered where to have your electric vehicle serviced? Or where to have your hybrid vehicle serviced? Johnson's Automotive. You'd think those vehicles would have to go to the dealership, but they don't. We service and repair hybrids and electric vehicles, serving you with honesty and integrity, and of course, technology at Johnson's Automotive. Call us 231-796-3700.
Get to the chopper.
JD Fit in downtown McRapids works to meet all fitness goals, whether it's to lose weight, get more mobile, or become a bigger, faster, stronger athlete. JD Fit specializes in custom-built workout plans for you based on your goals. Get JD Fit. Get started with a free consultation. Visit getjdfit.com.
$10-0 our score here for just joining us. The Cardinals are out and running here against the Packers. Brandon Worth here running solo with you tonight here in the home of the Packers in lovely Fremont, Michigan. Thanks for all tuning in, whether you're live with us over the airwaves or streaming on WBRN.com and the WBRN mobile app. In a zone now, the Cardinals looking to press, and they force a turnover. McLaughlin takes it away. Great defense from the Cardinals. Ty Gilcheck, he's a 5, but he's running the floor now against the zone. Hands off to Heist over on the right wing. Back to Ty in the corner. Surveys, looking down low for Jenga. Skip past Moten. They find McLaughlin. Dives underneath. Goes up. No, not able to finish. It was a great move from Liam, but is not rewarded. Just can't seem to find to get the lid off the basket, Liam, so far in the last couple games. Dribbling down low, throwing it up at the rim, and it goes in as Mawson Green. The first points for Fremont comes at the 4:35 mark in the first quarter. Good bucket there from Green as he just tossed that one up there against Jenga. Just threw it a hook shot over the top. Great pass inside and a score. Jenga returns the favor from earlier on a bounce pass and a beautiful one to Ty Gilcheck. Another dime dropping assist there for the Cardinals. Here's a trap towards half court. Fremont has trouble. bounces it across. They get it into the hands of the point guard Powell, drives down the hill, throws it up, and scores. A tough finish off the glass for the senior guard. Able to get it back to an 8-point deficit here from the Packers. Cardinals rolling here early on, 12-4 through the first half of the first quarter. McLaughlin pressured over on the wing. Another zone look. Here's Jenga. Drop step. Almost got fouled. Puts it up. He just wedged it. Gabe was looking for a foul call there as he was hacked from behind. Layup the other way is good. Carter Sherman, first one in the tally for him on the breakaway transition. And now it's 12-6 in favor of Big Rapids here early. Back to the zone look once again. Staggering, almost a box-type look against Gabe Jinga. Trying to get the ball down low. In the corner, Gilcheck out for Heist. Top of the three. That one off the back heel. Great board from Moten, but he missed it on the putback. Board controlled by the Packers. They're running 3-on-2 now. Good hustle by the Cardinals. Get the numbers back even. Handoff. Thought about the three that time. Crosley trying to go downhill. Nothing doing. Great defense from Moten. Skip to the block. Floater on the way. Good. Friendly bounce for Green again. He's got 4. And just like that, it was 10-0. Now 12-8. Cardinals only lead by 4. Heist looks, throws over for Moten. He'll control it up top. Cardinals will reset again. Moten surveys, finds Ty. Short corner, looking, finds a man. Jenga backing his way in and scores. No answer for the 6'8 Gabe Jenga for the Packers. They don't have as much size. They have some speed. They're going to try to use it 3-on-2. Packers down the lane, lays it up just short. Got a little bit of a window. Not able to flip it home. Here comes Gilcheck. Underhand pass for Heist. Hesitation step down to the block, back out for Moten. He'll hold on to it back up top for Jenga. He'll hold it for the time being. Schuberg Insurance Agency, our official sponsor for all three-point shots. We might get one here. Cole's on the way. Splash down. Another triple in favor of Cole Heist. A beautiful three-ball. Wide open on the wing. That's a Schuberg Insurance Agency three-point shot. They got you covered downtown. Head downtown to Schuberg Insurance Agency, Big Rapids' most trusted name in insurance. Off the Packer miss. Cardinals get the board. Gilcheck controls. Hands back off for Cole Heist. Skip. Liam. Open. 3. In and out. No good. Moten grabs the offensive glass. Puts his head down. Throws it up. That one no good. Liam battling for it into the hands of the Packers. They'll give it back up top here for Powell. He'll stop over towards the corner. Crosley diving inside. Floater is good again. That floater shot for Fremont has been falling. Minute 13 to go here in the quarter. 17-10 in favor of Big Rapids early on. Back to the zone goes Fremont. Trying to do anything they can to chase the Cardinals off the line. So far, Cole Heist got a couple looks. He's got it in the corner. Inside. Jenga backs his way down. Great pass. Ty was a little tucked in the corner. He's going to dribble. Pass over for Heist. Dribbles downhill. Great kick pass. Moten thought about shooting it. Not going to shoot it yet. You can tell Jarisa still trying to get the confidence back in the jump shot. Under 43 seconds. Heist is going to fire. That one wide to the right. Offensive board from Liam. Towards the baseline. Goes up strong. Not able to get the foul. It'll bounce towards the baseline. And it's going to go towards Fremont's direction. First subs of the game finally for both teams. Noah Hansen will check in as well as 35. That's Blake Zerlot, the senior. Make his way on for Fremont. Big Rapids also with a pair of changes. Lamont Belvin and Drew Heist will relieve Liam McLaughlin and Ty Gilcheck, the first subs for Coach Ingles. Big thanks goes out to the Rundown, your home for CSA basketball coverage all season long. Find it on YouTube every week, as well as on the airwaves every Saturday at 3:30 p.m. wherever you find this broadcast. Fremont just trying to dissect the defense, firing a 3, and it's good. Fresh off the bench is Hansen. He cuts the Cardinal lead to just 4. 17-13, 3 seconds to go. Jenga's going to have to fire. Not able to get it off in time. A guy got a piece of it, and the Packers make a little bit of a run. Cardinals were up by 10, and the lead is shrunken to 4. We'll chat about it. We'll bring it back after this break. 17-13 in favor of Big Rapids. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball. Only one place, WBRN.
You know those guys who clean up decks, docks, siding, and gunners?
You mean extremely clean?
Well, they do more. a lot more.
Like,
Extremely Clean cleans everything and anything, not just outside, but indoors too. They can professionally repair any surface and paint it, whether it's walls, ceilings, cabinets, and woodwork. Licensed and insured, over 17 years in business. Extremely Clean does it all, inside and out. And when they're done, it's on Facebook and extremelycleanmi.com. Call today.
This is Senior Gabe Jenga, and you're listening to Big Rapids Cardinal Basketball on News Radio WBRN.
Welcome back here to the home of the Packers in Fremont. Brandon Wirth joining you here live here inside Fremont High School. 17-13, the Cardinals lead after the first 8 minutes of action. Both teams return to the floor here momentarily. 4 in the second quarter while we have a chance. Big thanks goes out to American Legion Post 98. The area's best players play, of course, for Post 98 and Coach Scarpelli. Be sure to donate. Contact Coach Scarpelli or visit 98baseball.com for more information on how you can send and help the best players in the area compete for a Legion championship. Find out more, of course, post98baseball.com. Back to basketball and we go. Diving inside, great defense from Heist. Another 3 on the way. That one is short. Off the hands of Belvin. Great pass underneath. Flips it up. No good. Great board from Moten. 2 looks for Hansen. A 3-ball and then the putback. Not able to score either of them. Lead stays at 4. Jenga dives in the paint. Over for Heist. Skip pass over to the brother Drew. Looking on the short corner now. Jenga throws it. Good catch from Cole. Normally the quarterback doesn't have to worry about the receiving end of it on the gridiron. Has to that time. Moten, great pass. Great bounce inside for Belvin, trying to battle his way. Skip pass to the corner. It's intercepted. Trying to find Heist, and a foul is called on Drew Heist as he tried to step in front of Crossley and collected the hip. So the freshman fouls the sophomore, and that will be his first. Only first for the Cardinals here in this quarter, early on in the first 50 seconds. We do have a score update. West Michigan Aviation at Central Montcalm. It's the Hornets leading the Aviators right now. Maybe potentially a little bit of an upset. 16-15 through the first 10 minutes in that quarter. Right now in the second. Great wrap pass inside. Not able to score it was Hansen. It was open but not able to finish it. That was a beautiful pass inside. I believe it was off the hands of Green to find him. Wrap pass on the block. Cardinals a little lucky that time. It didn't fall for a deuce right under the bucket. Heist skips it. Moten inside. Jenga. Drop step. Kick out. Drew Heist. Wing 3. Splash! Money for Drew Heist. His first triple of the evening. Mid-range the other way. In and out, no good. Jenga got a piece of it into the hands of Moten. Heist will hold it for the time being. 20-13 in favor of the Cardinals after that last three-point shot from Drew Heist. He'll set up on the right wing again. Cole looks to find him and does. Out long ways. Now going to think about stepping in. Skip pass over for Jenga. He'll try a triple. That one goes long from Gabe. Was 0 for 5 against Newaygo, despite making 12 field goals in that game. 3-ball the other way, no good. Offensive board from Fremont, trying to put it up. Great pass, short corner, mid-range, no good. Belvin had it, swatted, tried to keep it in bounds as Fremont, and they throw it away as Moss and Green just jumped into the third row to try to save that ball. He's back up, landing on his feet. Sub in for Coach Ingalls, and it's going to be Kobe Griffin will make his way onto the floor. He'll relieve Jerice Moten. So Griffin will make his 4th appearance of the season, 2nd consecutive for the Cardinals. He's got it in his mitts now. Looking down low for Belvin. Belvin tried a long pass right between all the defenders on the floor. Not able to find anybody, but they get it back. Griffin. Skip pass over for Heist back inside Jenga. Jenga, drop step, great pass. Griffin's open. That one goes long. He's eyeing his first points. Great hustle from Belvin, a baseball pass. Drew Heist to have a try. That one's just sharp. Another board. Heist the floater off the window, no good. Belvin battling for it again. How about Jenga tries a 3? That one's too strong. Another board from Belvin. Griffin on a shot fake. How about Lamont? He's going to try to finish it, and he draws the foul. How about Lamont Belvin? This kid's motor is so fun to watch. What a sequence from Lamont. At least 3 offensive rebounds. He might not be credited for all of them, but boy, he hustled and got them all. First foul for the Packers, and that will lead to a 30-second timeout. So we'll step aside. for commercial and station identification here on the Big Rapids Radio Network.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS. Anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
You're listening to WBRN 1460 AM at 96.5 FM.
Welcome back here to the home of the Packers, Lamont Belvin. After recording just shy of about 17 offensive rebounds in that sequence, we'll go to the line. First one in and out from Belvin, so he'll get a second try upcoming. Talk a lot about this kid's motor. He brings a lot to the table. Played 87 minutes this year, only 18 points, but get this, 39 rebounds in 87 minutes. He gets a rebound every 2 minutes on the floor. That is something you love to see for a player coming off the bench. Missed there from Belvin, and that's going to unfortunately be the end of his shift. He'll come off. Gilchek will return. It'll be Griffin, Cole, and Drew Heist, Jenga, and Gilchek, the 5 on the floor for Coach Ingles. Fremont having some trouble against this full-court press. They got to get it across. Having some trouble. Looking for the 10. They're not able to get it. Packers now with numbers. Dump off, layup, wedged again. Another miss for Noah Hansen right under the bucket. Great pass over now in the corner. Kobe for 3. That one is long, and a foul is called on Gilchek, who tried to pry it out of the midst of Kustra as he got the defensive rebound. Man, we want Kobe to score so bad. As we mentioned, 4th appearance on the season. He does have, I believe, 5 points to his name, but we want him to get that first 3-point shot. Working around the zone. Deflection. It's going to go all the way back to the corner. Jenga poked it free, but a foul was called. It looked like Buttendorp left it open off his hip, and Jenga just got a piece of it. But the officials are going to say that he reached across to get that deflection. So that's his first. 3rd for the Cardinals. 4:32 to go here in the half. Overthrow. Luckily, the Packers are able to recover it. Kustra has it. He needs some help. Gives it off now. Weitendorp on top. Senior looking to go to work. Hands off. Deflected again. And who else but Jenga on the pass deflection. Subs coming in here for the Packers. Returning is Crosley. Powell will throw it in here. Good minutes from Blake Zerlot. He'll make his way off. Big man had a couple nice passes, notably to Noah Hansen, but he just wasn't able to finish them. Almost the easiest ones seem to be the hardest. Packers will bring it across again. Griffin will defend on Crosley. Here is Hansen with it. He'll hand off for Powell. Powell working against Drew Heist. Downhill, looking for a pass. Quick fire for 3 on the way. That one's off the front iron. Pulled down there by Jenga. Good defensive glass work from the Cardinals last couple minutes. They gave up some offensive rebounds, but now have adjusted nicely. Heist over for Gilchek. Thought about the 3. Now he's going to dive towards the block. Lost it between the wickets, and it's taken away there by Fremont. Coach Ingles not happy. Another turnover for his group offensively against the zone. Fremont trying to drive inside. Kick pass. Open man is Powell. That one too strong. Into the midst of Gabe once again. He's now going to hold it. Makes one man miss on a crossover. Now he's going to slowly bring it across. Hands over to Heist. A dangerous pass. Cole still has it. Navigating through traffic. Looking back over for Gabe. Gabe going to the short corner against the double team. Great pass over for Heist. Kick over now to Gilchek. Gilchek skip pass. Drew Heist. Corner 3. He's going to fire. That one is long. Wide open is Griffin on the boards. He's got it. Trying to find Gilchek. Back for Griffin. Taken away there by the Packers. Picked off. Rolling the other way now. Trying to turn another turnover into points. They haven't been able to do it tonight. Quick mid-range. Got it. Reddick Powell finds the mark. His second bucket of the game. 4 points registered to his name. 2:54 to go here in the second. 20-15. Cardinals still with the lead. Defense has clamped down in the last couple minutes from both these teams. Jenga to the free throw line. Mid-range on the way. A little too strong off the back heel. Fremont plucks down the miss. They'll run now. Here's Crosley. Handoff play here for Powell. He's going to fire another 3. A heat check. In and out, no good. Heist pulls down the miss. He's going to run. goes behind his back towards the middle, navigating through traffic, down the hill, looked and draw, foul, not going to get one. Packers now rolling 5-on-4 with Moore. Powell rolls up to the arc. He'll hand off. Quick three on the way. That one draws nothing. Packers try to save it, not able to do so. Cardinal basketball. McLaughlin now will check in. Griffin will come off after minutes of relief. Good minutes from him. Big thanks goes out to New Horizon Landscaping. In the winter, they help clear snow. In the spring and summer, they care for your landscape. Trust the experts at New Horizon Landscape. Find out from them on your search engine for more information. Get a score update from Lakeview from you here in just a moment in their matchup against Vesterberg. Meanwhile, Heist with a three. That one is short. Another great call as they get the shooter going down the baseline, and Fremont lost him. Open look, just turned away. What a block from Jenga as he swatted it away. Liam with a great pass ahead. Jenga, clear the runway. Oh, he missed the dunk. He missed the dunk. Packers now trying to run. They almost lose it. Now down the lane, floats it up, and of course it bounces in. What a turn of events. It wasn't a wide open miss from Jenga. He was getting pestered from behind and almost lost it on the pass. It was a little bit behind him from McLaughlin. It was impressive that he even got it there. Ball swatted out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cardinals. Packers get a deflection. Minute 8 to go. Moten will return. He's going to relieve Drew Heist for the final 68 seconds. Packers will also make a change. They're going to bring on 13. That is Moss and Green, the sophomore starter. McLaughlin goes up. Not able to score it. Jenga on the glass. He will score with the left hand. That's a great response from 24. Under 60 seconds. Cardinals lead 22-17. Up top for Powell. Two hands in his face. McLaughlin will give way. Heist to guard him. Screen off the roll. Trying to find any room to work with. Almost took the extra step. Hansen's got it. Throws to the corner. And they're going to rule it still in bounds. The ball definitely hit the baseline from my view, right up in the balcony, but they're going to play on. Heist down the hill. Gabe wants a three. That one's no good. Fremont pulls down the miss. Heat check there from Jenga. Not able to score it. 20 seconds to go here in the half. Hands of Crosley. Going to work on the left side wing. Got a stream. He's got Gilchek on him now. Going to make a handoff for Powell. Lost basketball. It goes off of the foot. 7 seconds to go for Fremont. Going to have to try to throw something up. Long three on the way. No good. And that is one half of basketball. Cardinals with the lead. 22-17. Your score here in Fremont. Cardinals lead it going into the break. We'll break down stats and more after this right here on News Radio WBRN.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice: hard time or prime time.
Ugh, I didn't do it, and now my car's suspension is kaput like a running man.
Fortunately, the Napa-certified technicians at Johnson's Automotive can fix the suspension, replace the tires, even replace the brakes on any make or model.
I told Damian Killian I would be back.
Johnson's Automotive, Northland Drive, Big Rapids. Schedule service online at johnsonsautobr.com.
Killian, here is Sub-Zero. Now Plain Zero.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
At Quality Car and Truck Repair, your safety on the road is the priority. The maintenance and repairs we do are all to that goal. But other drivers are not always careful. So just a reminder, be safe and watch out for the other guy. 220th Avenue, off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
TikTok, YouTube, Hulu, get your business where customers are watching an average of 24 hours of content each week. Dasos Digital curates campaigns for your business for your goals, targets, and budgets. Video content creation may seem daunting, but Dasos Digital can see you through the trees. Short form, long form, drone, Dasos Digital can get you looking good in front of your customers consistently and effectively. Dasos Digital, navigating your business through the digital wilderness. Visit dasosdigital.com for more.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS. Anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Save 30, 40, 50, even up to 80% off local restaurants, auto repair, services, things to do, health and fitness, and more. Bernie's Place, Cranker's Brewery, Monkey Shine Kennels, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Routley's Septic, Big Rapids Farm and Garden, Big B Coffee, Grand Hill Ranch, BR Fitness Plus, Bell's Coffee, and so much more. BigDealsBR.com is your first stop when shopping locally. Sign up for weekly Big Deal sales so you never miss a deal. BigDealsBR.com, where you shop for local savings.
Welcome back here to Fremont High School. 22-17 is our score here in the building. Here as we get into our halftime report. Here presented by our great friends, New Horizon Landscaping, Menards, American Legion Post 98 Baseball, and Dazos Digital. Get your business in front of potential customers and navigate your way through the technologically advanced digital wilderness with DazosDigital.com. Also, big shout out, Big Rapids Daily News. Get news right into your inbox. Subscribe for email alerts, as well as stay up to date on local news, weather, politics, and sports, as well as Mornings with Etch, Big Country 100.9, Morning Rush with Aaron on Y102, and the WBRN 10-minute school closing guarantee. Of course, many people might be wondering, with the weather that we have here this evening, is there a chance for the potential school closing? Well, New Horizon Landscaping Prediction Center is right now saying right around 59%. That sounds better than it might actually be. The system's honestly a little bit skewed, so a true 50-50 is really more like necessarily probably a number that's like a 75. We saw 78 yesterday. Still had school. Many would debate if that should have happened. I'm not going to be the one that says yes or no because I wouldn't have minded a snow day either. Well, I guess maybe I don't get that. But anyway, I know the players would have liked it, but it is hard to play on a snow day. So far, they've done a really good job defensively. The Cardinals have. Their offense has a little bit sputtered, and it's unbelievable to me to think about this because the fact of the matter is this man has a night off, and he is helping with his family and staying home with the house tonight, but he's still sending me analysis, Blake Thomas. And I think that the number one thing that he said, reading right now through his message, is the zone is bothering the Cards because they're extending it to Cole, right? They're trying to move Cole around. The Cardinals did in the last couple moments to try to get him open looks, but Fremont's extending that zone out to him, and they're keeping an extra eye on him and Gabe Jenga. Right now, your leaders on the tally at 8 points apiece so far. 16 out of 22 have come from the fingertips of 3 or 24. So far, Liam McLaughlin with one singular point from the free throw line. Drew Heist has one triple, and Ty Gilchek with one bucket. That gets you to the 22. Right now, Fremont's actually done a good job of spreading it around so far. Reddick Powell with 4 points, Brandon Crosley with 4 points, as well as 13 points, but 13 Mawson Green with 4 points. Noah Hansen should have more than 3, but he only has 3 with a couple missed layups, and I'm sure that he'll hear about in class tomorrow, as well as Carter Sherman with 2. That gets your scores for the Packers so far. How do they capitalize on that? And with my conversation with Blake, once again on his off night, yes, transition buckets is going to be the key. They've gotten some defensive turnovers. Can they capitalize and use a hyper-aggressive, maybe they push up the zone or the man-to-man looks just a little bit. When they get that deflection, which they have in the first half, they can turn that into 2. They can turn that into 4. They can turn that into 6. We'll see what Coach Ingles has in mind at the half. Big thanks goes out to our rebound sponsor, Extremely Clean. Of course, clean up the glass with Extremely Clean. 3-point shots are presented by Schuberg Insurance Agency. 3-pointer with auto, home, and life coverage. And Big Rapids' most trusted name in insurance. Free throws are presented by Post 98 Baseball. Of course, charity stripe. Be charitable, guys. Donate to Post 98. Help send them to an American Legion World Series. With your help, the best players play for play for Post 98 for Coach Scarpelli. This reads harder than it looks, folks. As well as all dunks. Haven't seen one tonight. We had one attempt. Not able to convert was Jenga, but, I mean, you can just ask him how he had the ability to dunk. He's been working with John Durante downtown, so you should too. All timeouts are presented by Moda. With rides to and from wellness, Moda provides reliable transportation for medical appointments as far as 100 miles outside the county area. Visit modaonline.net for more. So far, Fremont have scored a couple buckets, mainly mid-range game, more towards the paint area. They found a couple of those floaters early on, those one-handed little floating hook shots from their guards to fall. I would say they probably have around, give or take, 6 or 8 of their points from inside the paint on those quick throw-ups because they know they don't have the size advantage that Big Rapids does in just sheer physicality. And so they've done it by floating it over the top. Big Rapids has hit some three-point shots, but they've kind of been held in check underneath with that zone. We'll see if they can move the ball around a little bit better. They had success in the first 4 minutes. Away from that, little bit of trouble. So we'll see how they adjust. We will take our final timeout. When we come back, it's second half of action. Cardinals lead by 5 over the Packers here in Fremont. Don't go anywhere. More basketball coming up after this here on WBRN.
Big Rapids Cardinal fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Schuberg Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit us at SchubergAgency.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Schuberg Insurance Agency, community-driven, policyholder-focused, education-based. Let's go Cards.
Save 30, 40, 50, even up to 80% off local restaurants, auto repair, services, things to do, health and fitness, and more. Bernie's Place, Cranker's Brewery, Monkey Shine Kennels, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Routley's Septic, Big Rapids Farm and Garden, Big B Coffee, Grand Hill Ranch, BR Fitness Plus, Bell's Coffee, and so much more. BigDealsBR.com is your first stop when shopping locally. Sign up for weekly Big Deal sales so you never miss a deal. BigDealsBR.com, where you shop for local savings.
Michigan Primary Care Partners is thrilled to announce they are now open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for acute issues. Avoid a costly trip to the ER and see your primary care provider right here in Big Rapids. Additionally, the Michigan Primary Care Partners in-house pharmacy is open on Saturdays for all your medication needs. Michigan Primary Care Partners is here to help you get and stay healthy. Find Michigan Primary Care Partners in Big Rapids, Canadian Lakes, Reed City, and always online at MichiganPrimaryCarePartners.com.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
At Quality Car and Truck Repair, your safety on the road is the priority. The maintenance and repairs we do are all to that goal. But other drivers are not always careful. So just a reminder, be safe and watch out for the other guy. 220th Avenue, off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
The Detroit Red Wings return to the ice this season on WBRN.
Now the Wings trying to bump it forward. Here's a breakaway for Christian Fisher. Moves in, he shoots, he scores!
Motown looks to motor to the postseason after coming up one game short last year.
Ida with a centering attempt. Kreider with a chance. Beautiful leg pad save right there by line.
Join Ken Cal and Paul Woods each and every game on 1460 AM and 96.5 FM. For the weekly Red Wings broadcast schedule, visit WBRN.com.
Y'all are listening to Big Rapids, Cardinal basketball on WBRN. What up?
Welcome back here to the home of the Packers. 22-17 is our score as we are about ready to send it to quarter number 3. 8 minutes are on the board. The Cardinals with a 22-17 lead. To this point so far, they look to potentially add to that here in this half. Transition and especially get the ball inside the zone, I think, is going to be a crucial part here in this second half. Speaking of the zone, Fremont right back to it. A 2-1-2 look here to start the half. Now on the near side and in front of us in the balcony, Gilchek, great pass. Jenga! Oh, he got stuffed by the rim. Reverse, putback is good. Not 3 times. The rim can't turn back 24 a third time as 24 are able to score it. He's now in double figures, 24-17 lead here for the Cardinals. Packers run a wraparound to the short corner. Nothing doing for Powell. He'll hand off now. Fremont in trouble. Ball on the deck. Tie up between McLaughlin, and it looks like down there was Crosley on the deck, and the arrow is going to be pointed towards Big Rapids' way, or excuse me, to Fremont's way. It was pointed to Big Rapids' way out of the break, but they didn't flip it, and so now the arrow will respectively go back to Big Rapids on the next tie-up. Man-to-man look over towards a zone. They're really keeping Jerice Moten up high on that zone here. 1-2-2 look. Trying to get inside. Quick shot on the way from Powell is good. Boy, that's a tough shot from Reddick Powell. Quick catch. Didn't even have his feet turned to the basket, but that's a sign of a good shooter if he can make it fall without it being the shot pocket. Gilcheck, skip pass. Heiss thought about it, drives. Floater. That one's short. He's battling for it, and it goes off of his shin. No. They're going to say that it's Fremont basketball. I called the other one out earlier. I believe that one should have been Fremont ball, but now we'll see if the Cardinals can take advantage of it. Score update as well from Clare. Warriors taking on the Pioneers. They currently trail Clare 27-23 in that game. We'll keep an eye on that one as it moves forward. Clare leading Chip Hills by 4. Back to this one. Here's Jenga. Skip underneath. Reverse. Just missed it. Gilcheck trying to grab it. Throws it off a Packer, but it stays in bounds. Running with it now. Going the other way is Green. Green working. Trying to move the basketball around. They're going to hand off up top. Here's a screen coming for Powell. They want to get him the ball. He's been the hot hand. Short corner. Through the wickets. Dive on the deck. Jenga trying to get it. Missed, man, and it's a 2 for Fremont. Gilcheck just missed the steal. Would have been numbers the other way. Cardinals trying to get to the transition, and it gets a burnt pass right through him. Gilcheck. Mid-range. Got it. Good shot from Gilcheck. The most efficient scorer in percentage on the team this year, I believe, at 50%. He's been impressive so far shooting the basketball, especially from 2-point range. Stuck on the elbow. Steal! Here comes Jenga! Look out! Oh, goodness! A rack attack from 24, and it's a beauty, a J.D. Fitz slam. Crowd was waiting for that one. Jenga's had a couple deflections and a runway, not able to finish it. Great block the other way, but it turns into 2. Great job by McLean, the junior. Ball's in trouble on the sideline. Cole gets it back, working against a double team. Had it knocked away almost into the hands to McLaughlin. Here's Gilcheck. Reversal. Heist. 3 ball. That one too strong. Heist gets it back, puts it up, and draws the foul on McLean. First foul on Fremont. 5:06 to go in the third. Cardinals with the lead. 28-23. Heist will go to the line. Best shooter this year from the stripe, 73%. He'll have an opportunity upcoming. 11 for 15. First on the way. Short. I jinxed it. My bad, Cole. He'll get a second one upcoming. Subs in for Fremont. Blake Zerlot as well as Noah Hansen. First 2 subs in the first half. On the first subs in the second half for Coach Powell. Big thanks goes out to our great supporters, including Post 98 Baseball. Donate today. Visit 98baseball.com or contact Coach Scarpelli, 796-7000, Big Rapids Mini Network. Second one is good. Into a 2-2-1 zone. Here's the Cardinals. Working up top now. Jenga, great job at the top. And Heiss took a shoulder there, and he's going to unfortunately be given the foul call as Green tried to just turn his head, put his head down with his shoulder, and ran right into Cole as he was standing there waiting to try to trap him. I believe that's the first foul on Cole tonight. Long pass is taken. Fremont working now on the wing. Powell shuffles his feet, still gets the shot off, and it goes. Bounced all the way around and drops. Home court advantage. We know we certainly are here in this gym. Some bounces have gone the Packers' way. Moten on the wing. They'll reset it now. Aggressive 2-3 zone here from Fremont. Baseball pass from Gilcheck. Over for Jenga. McLaughlin. Corner. Jenga. Drop steps. Spinning inside. Good defense by Fremont. They take him back out. Gilcheck open for 3. That one too strong. Battle for it. 1 there by the Packers. They're running now 3-on-2. Powell. Mid-range. Got it. Boy, Reddick Powell can shoot the basketball. He is now in double figures with 10. 29-27. Cardinals with the lead here on the road. Trying to get into the zone. They've been held on the perimeter way too long. They get it into Moten. Now into Jenga. Jenga had it ripped away. Stolen away. 2-on-2 perhaps if Fremont wants it. Back out to Powell. Student section wanted him to shoot it. Not going to. Driving down the lane. It bounced around in his hand. Swatted by Gilcheck. Moten out and running. 2-2 on the other way. He'll hold up. Over for Jenga. They left him alone. Over for Cole. He'll fire. That one's no good. A little off the mark. Now here comes Powell running down the floor. Looking to hand off to somebody and does. Crosley caught in the corner. Great recovery there from McLaughlin. 3:20 to go. Down the lane, Powell to the left block. Lost it, got it back. Great defense from Moten. Cardinals overplaying everything. Drop step. Foul is called on the shot. Green going to the line. Foul going to be registered. It looks like that's supposed to be on Jenga, and it is, so that's his second. Belvin's now going to go to the table. He'll check in for the first time this half. Green to the line. First down the way, nothing but net. Belvin is in. Heist will also join him. McLaughlin and Jenga will come off, so they'll keep Ty Gilchek on here for their first substitutions. Big thanks goes out to Dezos Digital as well as WBRN School Closing 10-minute guarantee for their support of Big Rapids Cardinal basketball. Packers will make a sub after we have a knotted up 29-apiece ball game. Good free throws once again from the Packers, especially at home. Taking care of business at the free throw stripe so far. Back up top for Heist. Drew to Cole, back to Drew at the top. Over for Gilchek, mid-range. Thought about it, fires, good! That mid-range is hot for Gilchek. He's got another. He's now at 6 on the night. 2-point lead for the Cardinals after a little bit of a slow stretch. Packers pestered at the top. Powell lost it, got it back, threw it to the corner. Belvin hustles back over. They got to throw it all the way back up top for reversal. Deflected, Moten with a steal. Great job by Jerice Moten. Now he has it ripped away. Packers trying to answer. Belvin hustles back and forces the miss. That's Cardinal basketball. Great hustle again from Lamont Belvin. That's an unreal play to get back. It was a great steal from Moten, but the Packers just pestered him immediately, swatted it from behind just before he's about to pass it, and it's great hustle from 23 to force a wild layup try just by getting down there in position. Big thanks to JD Fit, the area's best athletes train at JD Fit in downtown Big Rapids. Just ask Gabe Jenga for more information. 3 ball is on the way. That one's short. Good shot from Drew Heist. Comes up empty. Packers look to run. Out and ahead. Transition 3. Yes. First hit of the night, I believe, for Joey Mansfield has given Fremont their first lead of the night with 1:53 to go here in the third. Heist has some trouble. Drew, that is, gets it to Cole. Cole back up for Ty. Thought about the 3. Now he's going to drive. Puts it up on the deck, floats it up. Not going to score it. Back up again. Not able to score it. Third time, and he's fouled. And Ty is upset of himself for missing that one. Fremont claiming for a technical foul. I don't think they're going to win that battle, as Ty was clearly hacked down there. They were probably wanting the technical foul for him bouncing the basketball. As one that played in this gym, I get it. It is a stiff rim where things just might not drop for the opposing team, and you can see that on display if you're watching right now online, maybe streaming with us as well. First one on the way, no good from Gilchek. Jenga will await to relieve Ty after the second free throw if it goes down. Beitendorf and Green check in for the Packers. 98 seconds to go here in the third. Gilchek back to the stripe. Second one on the way, no good. Great board from Belvin, he kept it alive again. Another great offensive rebound from Belvin. Here's Moten. Gilchek thought about the 3, great fake, kick to the corner. Heist thought about it, trying to work inside. Looks, pestered, back up top for Moten. Great skip pass, Drew, dives, short corner, floats it up. Great shot from Drew Heist. That's fundamental basketball. Shot fake, get down to the space and get the shot off before that help defender comes over. Great job from Drew. Cardinals back with a lead by 1. Now we'll throw a wide 1-2-2. Drew at the top, Moten on the right wing. Down to the corner it goes. Gilchek will follow McLean. Round the horn it goes. 54 seconds to go. Fremont taking their time on this possession. To the wing again. Trying to almost get it into Zerlot, but great defense from 23 again. And a turnover. Cardinals take it away. Here's Heist in transition now. Cardinals will hustle their way down. Here's Cole Heist at the top of the arc. Reversal. Drew back to Cole. Looks over to the corner. Now he's going to drive in. Heist towards the short corner. Double team. Throws it back in for Ty. 25 seconds to go here in the quarter. Gilchek's going to hold it. Last shot potentially here for Big Rapids. Belvin back to Ty. Ty down the hill. Heist fires a long one. Oh, goodness! That one came in from a long way away. 7 seconds. Fremont gets it across half court. They're going to have to fire it. Step back, lost the handle, and a foul is called. Moten had nowhere to go. We'll see if it's a shooting foul. This is going to be a legitimate conversation here because he threw himself up to try to get the foul on the floor, even though it was clearly Moten jumped on top. And that is what they're going to rule. That is a great call by the officials to see that. 0.4 on the game clock. Fremont's going to have to try a tip drill. Taken away. Heist swats it away out of bounds. 4-point lead for the Cards. What a great response. Fremont took the lead in the third, but Big Rapids battles their way back. We got a ball game, folks. Don't look at the records. These two teams know each other very well, and they play each other very well. We'll step aside. Back with more basketball after this right here on WBRN.
JD Fit in downtown Big Rapids is where you go to get fit. Are you a gym loaner? Do you need your workout but want your space to work? Or do you want one-on-one workout help? Whatever your workout needs, JD Fit can help you get fit. Stop in downtown Big Rapids or find them online at getjdfit.com. Michigan Primary Care Partners is thrilled to announce they are now open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for acute issues. Avoid a costly trip to the ER and see your primary care provider right here in Big Rapids. Additionally, the Michigan Primary Care Partners in-house pharmacy is open on Saturdays for all your medication needs. Michigan Primary Care Partners is here to help you get and stay healthy. Find Michigan Primary Care Partners in Big Rapids, Canadian Lakes, Reed City, and always online at MichiganPrimaryCarePartners.com.
Back to Cardinal basketball on WBRN.
We got a good one, folks. If you're just joining us, 36-32. Cardinals lead it on the road here at Fremont. They'll start with the basketball. Belvin will throw into Heist. They'll dissect the 2-3 again. Clutch buckets down the stretch from the Heist brothers. Get the Cardinals back in top. Jenga back in. Here's Moten. Over back for Drew. They're trying to get it to him. Now they do. Drop step. Great wrap pass. Belvin is blocked. Got his own miss. Ties it up on the deck. It's between his legs, and they're going to rule this one a jump ball. It's going to point the direction of the Packers, so Fremont will get the basketball, virtue of a jump ball. It was a great pass down on the block, trying to find Belvin, but just great hustle defense. I believe that was either Zerlat, or no, excuse me, that was McLean. Zerlat was doing well against Jenga that forced that pass. Good Fremont defense. 4-point lead, though, still for the Cardinals. Another zone look here for Big Rapids. Not afraid to work with the zone through all four quarters if they have to. McLean in the short corner. Belvin heavily all over him. No room for a handoff, and a timeout is taken by Fremont. Great defense again by the Cardinals. Belvin and Moten making life miserable for the Packers in that short corner. We'll step aside for station identification right here on the Big Rapids Radio Network.
You're listening to News Radio WBRN, 1460 AM, 107.7 FM, and 96.5 FM. A part of the Big Rapids Media Network, and your home for Big Rapids Cardinal basketball.
36-32 our score. Big Rapids leads it. Thanks to all those leading in here, listening in on WBRN, whether you're on 96.5, 1460 AM. You can also stream wherever you go, even if you're not near a radio dial. WBRN.com and the WBRN mobile app. Take us wherever you need to go, whether it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or a Friday. We think we might have, if I'm remembering the schedule right, a game every single week. This is the first Monday game. We'll have our first Wednesday game, I believe, later on in the season. I don't know if there's a Thursday game. I'll have to fact-check myself on that one later on, but it'd be crazy if we did. Powell off the catch, way long, tries for a putback. Gilchek grabs the miss. Baseball pass up ahead for Drew. Wrap pass for Jenga, and he scores. Great ball movement in transition. We've been waiting for that one. Great job by Big Rapids, and a turnover. Heist now looks to find somebody on the deck, trying to call a timeout. It was rolled on the deck. Fremont keeps it in bounds, bounced underneath, reverse pass. Powell will fire a three and hits. Terrible circumstances. The Cardinals get a turnover. Heist had to throw it behind him as Gilchek was trying to call timeout at the same time. And Fremont turns into 3 points. Drew trying to get it to Cole, just barely does so. Now he's going to attack downhill behind his back. Great pass inside. Jenga lost it though. Packers take it away. 6:20 to go in the fourth now. Fremont within a possession. Up to the top of the right wing. 1-2-2 wide look once again here for Big Rapids. Into the corner now. Off the screen. Green will carry it up to the elbow. Thought about the three. Bounce pass inside. Wide open man and scores. Green on the feed up top from Crosley has made it a 1-point game. The Cardinals just forgot about it. Cardinals trying to get some spark. Throw it over top here. Heist. Corner. Gilchek thought about the three, going to leave it. Over now for Heist. He'll fire, he's alone. Got it! Silky smooth, buttery three-point shot from Drew Heist. Boy, that's beautiful. Massive splashdown hit from Heist makes it a 4-point game again. Boy, that was a huge shot. Foul is called on Jenga. That's going to be his third. A little bit of foul trouble now. That's only the first for the Cardinals in the quarter, but the third on 24. Schuberg Insurance is a three-pointer with auto, home, and life insurance. Big Rapids' most trusted name in insurance. A proud sponsor of all of our great three-point shots falling this evening. Great defense from McLaughlin. Not letting anybody go behind him, Crosley or Green. Green's got it. Towards the free throw line. McLean throws it up, no good. Cardinals thought they had a travel. He still got it up, not able to score it. Defensive rebound for Big Rapids. Over for McLaughlin. Try to get it inside. Not able to get it to Jenga. Bad catch. Coach Ingles upset, rightfully so. That one might have been off Fremont, and it is. Great hustle back to force the turnover. An errant pass. Big Rapids will get possession back. Fremont will send their main man back out on the floor after a break. That's Reddick Powell, the senior. He right now leads all Packer scorers with 13. Jenga leads the game and Cardinal scores with 14. Heist will bring it up slowly. Heist going to go much higher up against the zone look. Liam inside. Jenga double teamed and lost it again. They're pestering him from behind. He's not able to hold on to the basketball. Powell, they left him alone. That one's short. Gilchek battling for it. They throw it off of Jenga out of bounds. And Gilchek can't see his face, but I'm sure it's a smirk as McLean just took it right out of 43's playbook. With Rides to Wellness, Moda provides reliable transportation as far as 100 miles outside the county area. Visit modaonline.net for more information. Off the inbounds, they get it to Powell. Quick fire, that one short. Offensive board, Powell tries to find somebody, intercepted. Great read from Drew Heist. He's able to take it away on the missed pass. 4:10 to go. Timeout, Coach Ingles. And he's got something to say. He's ready to get the boys in the huddle ASAP. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more basketball after this right here on WBRN.
Same make, same model, same diagnostic issues.
Why does my car always tell me there's something wrong? Even after I installed my expert D800 neural net processor, it still says my alternator is overheating.
But sometimes things aren't always what they seem.
Johnson's Automotive fixes electrical issues on any make and model.
With the help of Johnson's Automotive Napa-certified techs, the T800 is back on track to complete his mission.
This time, I'm back for good.
Johnson's Automotive. Schedule service online at johnsonsautobr.com.
This is Junior Liam McLaughlin, and you're listening to Big Rapids Cardinal Basketball on News Radio WBRN.
Thank you, Liam. He is joined on the floor, in the bench area. Liam taken out there for just a moment. Ching has trouble with the ball once again. Not able to get a grip on it right now. He's being pestered by the Packers. Drew Heist down with a hesitation. He is fouled. 3:52 to go in the fourth. Stick around. We'll have the Big Rapids Public Schools player of the game announced in our Cardinal basketball post-game show. Coming, we'll break it down. We'll let you know what's ahead for Big Rapids. Spoiler alert, it's tomorrow night, a quick turnaround at home against White Cloud. So find us, same place you found this broadcast, tomorrow night, same time. Blake will be back with me. Fingers crossed, of course, as the 7-win Indians face the Cardinals down the hill. Great pass from Moten. They pass it up. Here's Heist. Had it poked away, down low, floats it up. Not able to score the layup. Heist missed a puppy. Down goes Powell towards the elbow. We stopped there. Here's McLean. Gives it off here now for Crosley. The sophomore will orchestrate the offense. Down to the short corner. Inside, Zerlat swatted by Jenga. No, excuse me, that was Gilchek with a massive block. Boy, that was a monstrous swat. Gilchek was waiting for him to go upright. Jenga for Heist. He's open. Not going to shoot it. They want the possession time. 3 minutes to go, 4-point lead. Gilchek had it, swatted away, goes up, and is fouled on a triple team. He was grabbed down there multiple times, and he's going back to the line. 2:58 to go here in the fourth. Cardinals haven't been too good so far on the free throws. That's something they're trying to work through right now. First one on the way. Good there from Gilchek. Very nice stroke there from 43. He is able to score it. He'll get a second one upcoming. Second on the way. That one short. 1 for 2 goes Gilchek. Extends the lead to 5. 42-37 favor of the Cardinals. 2:54 to go here in this one. Do have a score update. Tied at 41 there in Central Montcalm between Aviation and the Hornets. Steal the other way. Here's Drew Heist up ahead. Cole Heist, and he scores! The brotherly connection turns a transition 2 for the Cardinals. 44-37. Timeout taken by Coach Powell and the Packers. Great response at the top of the zone. Drew Heist with the steal and deals it over to his brother, Cole Heist. 7-point lead for the Cardinals. Don't go anywhere. More basketball after this Moda timeout here on WBRN.
Rides to the doctor, rides to treatments, rides to PT. Mota offers rides to wellness. If you're in need of reliable transportation for your medical appointment, contact Mota as far as 6 months in advance. Mota proudly serves Mecosta and Osceola counties with travel limits as far as 100 miles outside the county area, as well as the greater Ann Arbor area. Rides to wellness pickups are available 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Visit MotaOnline.com or call 231-796-4896. That's 231-796-4896.
JD Fit in downtown Big Rapids is where you go to get fit. Are you a gym loaner? Do you need your workout but want your space to work? Or do you want one-on-one workout help? Whatever your workout needs, JD Fit can help you get fit. Stop in downtown Big Rapids or find them online at getjdfit.com.
You're listening to WBRN 1460 AM at 96.5 FM.
Back we are here from Fremont, Michigan. Brandon Worth bringing you the call here on News Radio WBRN. Thanks for all tuning in. Cardinals with the lead. It is narrow, but it's a lead. 44-37 here on the road. It was at 1 point tied. Fremont took the lead in that third quarter. The Cardinals have had their hands full since. A long shot from Zerlat, in and out, no good. The big man fired that one from 30. Battle up on the hardwood. They'll call a tie-up between Heist and, I believe, down there fighting for it was Crosley. Correction, that was Green, 13 instead of 10. Possession arrow favors the Cardinals, so they'll get the basketball back. And the kickball there, that one's called on Green, trying to get it into Cole Heist. Big thanks goes out to Moda. Trips for to and from anywhere as little as $1. Safe and reliable, as well as extremely clean. They can professionally prepare, repair, and paint any surface in your home. New Horizon Landscaping, Menards, and American Legion Post 98. Big thanks to them for all their support of Cardinal basketball. Another kickball by Fremont. They've switched sports over the last 3 seconds on the inbounds play, and so now they're going to get a set together. Heist brothers will work from just about half court to try to get the basketball. Jenga kicked again. Fremont is just pestering them up front, throwing everybody forward on the front side of the ball. And Coach Ingles now has had enough of it. He's going to draw up a play. He'll call a Moda timeout. 2:22 to go, trying to get the inbounds in. We'll see what they have in mind. Back after this here on WBRN.
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS. Anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
JD Fit in downtown Big Rapids is where you go to get fit. Are you a gym loaner? Do you need your workout but want your space to work? Or do you want one-on-one workout help? Whatever your workout needs, JD Fit can help you get fit. Stop in downtown Big Rapids or find them online at getjdfit.com.
Welcome back here to Packer Arena. 44-37 is our score in favor of the visiting Cardinals. Timeout taken on the floor for the ensuing inbounds play. Packers have had 3 deflections on the inbounds over on that far sideline across the way from where we are here upstairs. Great crowd on hand, by the way. A lot of great Cardinal supporters making their way here 39 miles to the southwest of home to watch this Monday matchup between former conference foes, now non-conference foes. Packers moving their way over to the West Michigan Lakes Conference. Cardinals in the red division of the CSAA. They get it into Heist. He's defended heavily just across half court. Float pass for Moten. They got it to him. Double team over to the corner. Heist. He's going to fire. Just short, no good. It was a clean look for 11. Not able to finish it. Do have a score report for you. Vesterberg has upset Lakeview on the road, 60-48, the final score of that one. We'll get you to Claire here in just a moment. On the right wing is Powell, defended by Moten. Up top, he'll go to Heist. They try to find the opening and lost out of bounds. It's Cardinal basketball. Green didn't have control. He thought he had to bump in, but getting right out of the way that time was Jenga. And he just falls down, tried to fling up a shot, and it goes out of bounds. Gilchek will throw it in with the big arm. Baseball pass up ahead. They get it into Cole Heist. Heist down the hill, looking, spinning, reverse dribble back out to Drew. Drew pestered at the top on a double team. They get it to Ty. Another baseball pass now to Cole. Minute 40 to go. Stalling in here for the Cardinals. Going to try to move it around. Over for Cole. And he is fouled up top there by Crosley. That is the that is the 4th foul, I believe, for Fremont. Second one will be called on Crosley. Nope, correction was right the first time. It was, in fact, 3. So one more to give for the Packers before it becomes free throws for the Cardinals. Up top for Jenga and a foul. So no more to give now here for Fremont. As Jenga is fouled behind by Green. That's his first. Sub coming in. McLean will return. Zerlot will go off for the Packers. 44-37 our score. Final 90 seconds. They get it into Gilchek down low. Jenga backs his way. Reverse is good. Great body control and seal. Gabe Jenga now with 16, and I mean 16 gritty points tonight. Steal the other way. Great hands from Drew Heist again. He forces the steal. Gives it off to Cole. Cole behind his back across the timeline between 2, and it's fouled there. Cole's going to the stripe with a 9-point lead here in the 4th. Great job once again. Drew Heist has played great defensively here in the second half. Although he only has this season 7 steals, boy, they have been some crucial ones at some crucial times, and he's almost, it feels like, at least had 3 crucial ones here in this second half. Heist on his way to the line. First on the way, in and out, no good. The tight rim turned him back. He'll get a second one upcoming. Try to make it a 10-point game. Cole takes his time in a quiet gym. On the way is good. 10 the lead now. 47-37, minute 10 to go in the ball game. Quick fire from Powell, and he's fouled. He's going to get 3 free throws upcoming. The Cardinal bench doesn't like it. Tough look trying to get that right wing 3 to fall. But he gets the contact. So Powell will go to the line. Had a similar play at the end of the third quarter that wasn't called a foul. This time it was. So Powell will go to the line. 3 freebies ahead. First on the way, back heel no good. You can insert the phrase at home. You'll get a second one upcoming. Big thanks to Dazos Digital. Target and retarget customers who are actively searching your products and services. Dazos Digital can design and execute display and audio campaigns tailored to your business's needs. Find out more at DazosDigital.com for more. Quiet in the gym indicates a second miss from the Packers. They'll get a third one upcoming. Powell 0 for 2 on this series. Third one on the way. That one's good. Makes it a 9-point game. 3 possessions if they can hit the long ball. Heist through a double team. Now a triple team, and he's fouled. Great ball handling from Cole. We'll send him back to the line. 2 for 4, I believe, on the night. Cole is from the stripe, so he'll have another opportunity upcoming here to add to that tally. Coming into the contest at over 73% from the line this year. Cole will take his time. Fires the first. Nothing but nylon. Beautiful shot there from Heist. He'll get a second one. Love to hear that sound over and over and over again from 3 at the line. Second one, same result. 49-38, 11-point lead. Cardinals trying to close it out in the final 60 seconds. Fremont's got to work fast. Kick to the corner. Long ball. That one short. Gielcheck had it, but lost it out of bounds. Subs will come in, and now we're going to see Xavier Mishler will make his way on. Those that know him now as the X Factor will make his appearance on the floor. I believe now, double checking, that will be action number 4 on the season for 33. He'll go in down on the short corner. They go with an elevator screen, fires, scores as Powell, and a timeout called by Coach Powell. 8-point deficit. He'll take a full timeout. We'll step aside. We'll be back with the final 60 seconds after this right here on WBRN.
Save 30, 40, 50, even up to 80% off local restaurants, auto repair, services, things to do, health and fitness, and more. Bernie's Place, Cranker's Brewery, Monkey Shine Kennels, Hungry Howie's Pizza, Routley's Septic, Big Rapids Farm and Garden, Big B Coffee, Grand Hill Ranch, BR Fitness Plus, Bell's Coffee, and so much more. BigDealsBR.com is your first stop when shopping locally. Sign up for weekly Big Deal sales so you never miss a deal. BigDealsBR.com, where you shop for local savings.
Big Rapids Cardinal fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Schuberg Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit us at SchubergAgency.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Schuberg Insurance Agency, community-driven, policyholder-focused, education-based. Let's go Cards.
48.8 seconds to decide this contest. 49-41 is our score here in Fremont. Brandon Worth bringing you here this Monday night. Cardinals with the basketball, looking to try to close this one out. Long pass, caught by Jenga, double teamed and fouled. He'll go to the line with 47.3. Following the Fremont timeout. They had that one decently covered. They had to go over the top, which of course Coach Powell wanted that opportunity to potentially steal a pass. Great catch from Jenga. And another great pass from 43. You can tell this kid is going to be throwing the leather for a couple years, especially at the college level. First one on the way, no good from Jenga. 0 for 1 on the first. He will get a second as Fremont in the bonus the rest of the way. Every foul will turn into 2 free ones at the charity stripe. Jenga, his second. Good. Beautiful shot there from Gabe. 50-41 our score. Fremont will walk it up the line to save some time. Stopped at the elbow, trying to get it to Powell, and it was stolen, but off the foot there from Moten. It almost looked like it bounced up to himself off his ankle. So no steal for Jerice. It would have been probably number 3 on the night. Consecutive game streak almost with 3 or more steals. Shot is good. Confident stroke from Green. Heist, it goes off of the Packers. They save it in bounds. Last-ditch effort. McClain is fouled by Mishler. He tried to stop in his tracks to wall up, but not able to do so. So it will not be a shooting foul, as he was well out to the short corner, but it will be an inbounds play. Powell will throw it in. Watch a potential relocate after he throws in. They do get it in. Here comes the elevator up top. He wasn't ready for it, and they try to steal it away. He still gets the shot off. That one is short. Fremont gets the offensive rebound, trying to kick it over into the short corner. Tries a layup, no good. Gilchek throws it up ahead, looking for Moten down the way. Makes the catch, and we'll reverse it out for Jenga. Jenga for Moten. Lost it on the deck, gets it back, trying to throw it. They get it into Jenga. Looking over, pass is picked off. They were trying to get it to Mishler, but it doesn't matter. The horn sounds. That's your basketball game. 50-43, your final. Cardinals are victorious here on the road. A Monday night quick turnaround. It wasn't pretty. Boy, it wasn't pretty. But the boys got the job done. Great win for Coach Ingles and company. Number 8 on the season as we turn into the official second half of the season. Great win for the boys. Gritting that one out. That was a tough one, but a win is a win. It counts in the record the same as a clean one. We will step aside. We will be back. Big Rapids Public Schools player of the game and our post-game show to wrap this one up and put a bow on it before tomorrow night's bout with the White Cloud Indians. Stick around here on WBRN.
American Legion Post 98 Baseball returns to the Diamond next summer. The area's best players assemble to compete with some of the nation's best American Legion teams. Ty Gilchek, Noah Sweppenheiser, Kurt Wilbur, John Lazinski, Carson Rakoff, and Brody Osaski return along with Noego's Russell Toft, Reed City's Caleb Sommer, Sten's Emmett Ligman, and Everett's Aiden Anderson, plus new talent Lucas Johnson of Everett, Ian Metzger, and Kobe Franklin of Cadillac, and even Parker Billings of Fulton. The team has athleticism, speed, power, IQ, and talent to make up the 2025 Post 98 AA Ducks. Post 98 American Legion Baseball is supported by Hamtech, SMC Electrical Services, Hunty's Clubhouse, Filler Insurance, the Rakoff family, Mold and Air Quality Professionals of Dundee, Brown's Barbershop, the Big Rapids Media Network, and BBR Mobile Home Setup. Shout out to Peter. Without the community support, there would be no American Legion Baseball in Big Rapids. From all the players and coaches, thank you for your support. Find the Post 98 schedule at 98baseball.com.
When quality counts, you can count on us.
At Quality Car and Truck Repair, your safety on the road is the priority. The maintenance and repairs we do are all to that goal. But other drivers are not always careful. So just a reminder, be safe and watch out for the other guy. 220th Avenue, off Perry, just west of 131, Big Rapids.
The Detroit Red Wings return to the ice this season on WBRN.
Now the Wings trying to bump it forward. Here's a breakaway for Christian Fisher. Moves in, he shoots, he scores!
Motown looks to motor to the postseason after coming up one game short last year.
Ito with a centering attempt. Kreider with a chance. Beautiful leg pad save right there by line.
Join Ken Cal and Paul Woods each and every game on 1460 AM and 96.5 FM. For the weekly Red Wings broadcast schedule, visit WBRN.com.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice: hard time or prime time.
Ugh, I didn't do it, and now my car's suspension is kaput like a running man.
Fortunately, the Napa-certified technicians at Johnson's Automotive can fix the suspension, replace the tires, even replace the brakes on any make or model.
I told Damian Killian I would be back.
Johnson's Automotive, Northland Drive, Big Rapids. Schedule service online at johnsonsautobr.com.
Killian, here is Sub-Zero. Now Plain Zero.
Rides to the doctor, rides to treatments, rides to PT. Mota offers rides to wellness. If you're in need of reliable transportation for your medical appointment, contact Mota as far as 6 months in advance. Mota proudly serves Mecosta and Osceola counties with travel limits as far as 100 miles outside the county area, as well as the greater Ann Arbor area. Rides to wellness pickups are available 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Visit motaonline.com or call 231-796-4896. That's 231-796-4896.
You know those guys who clean up decks, docks, siding, and gunners?
You mean extremely clean?
Well, they do more. A lot more.
Like?
Extremely Clean cleans everything and anything, not just outside, but indoors too. They can professionally repair any surface and paint it, whether it's walls, ceilings, cabinets, and woodwork. Licensed and insured, over 17 years in business. Extremely Clean does it all, inside and out. And when they're done, it's on Facebook and extremelycleanmi.com. Call today,
Not everyone learns best in a traditional classroom. For 11 years, Big Rapids Virtual School has been the area's leading provider of online education. We offer flexible, personalized instruction for all students, from kindergarten through graduation. Students have access to instruction 24/7, as well as instructional support, in-home or in person, from our experienced staff. If you are a public school student or a homeschool family that is interested in our curriculum, resources, and supports, find us online for more information. brps.org. BRVS, anytime, any place, any way, any pace.
Welcome in here to our Cardinal postgame show here live from Fremont High School. Brandon Worth wrapping this one up for you. It's a final score, 50-43. The Cardinals with the win move to 8-2 on the season. Fremont falls to 2-9. That's right. That's a 2-9 ball club they just played. A heck of an effort from Coach Powell's team. Do have a score update from you here in Clare. Boy, let me tell you what. That game has been back and forth. Chip Hills and Clare tied at 45 with 4:32 to go. That's a heck of a battle, especially for Chippewa Hills, who have really made some noise this season. They upset Reed City, and they've collected some other wins along the way that have started to get some eyes on them here. We'll see how the Warriors continue out here with that game. That game earlier also, the Lakeview-Vesterberg game went final, a win for Vesterberg. And we'll get a score to report from Central Montcalm as soon as we get it in. Here for the moment, we'll get to our Big Rapids Public Schools player of the game. And for those wondering, yes, I'm going to be making the pick, but it's going to be, of course, with advice. And I received the text from Blake himself, and I was actually thinking the exact same player. And we'll hear it in just a moment. But big thanks goes out to some of our other great supporters, New Horizon Landscaping, Cook's Tree Service, JD Fit starting lineups, as course as the sponsor, Dezos Digital. Stay tuned for our BRPS player of the game, of course, award-winning elementary schools, the Big Rapids Virtual School, extensive educational extracurricular opportunities at BRHS. BRPS is the school of choice in the area. Visit brps.org. So with that, we'll get you to our post-game player of the game presented by BRPS. It was not a leading scorer. It was not a leading rebounder. It was not a leading assist. It was a big shot maker and a big defensive maker. It was the freshman, Drew Heist, his first honoree of the season. He was incredible. Yes, he only had 8 points, but he scrapped together some big three-point shots, especially down the stretch. He had a couple steals, two notable ones, one to get to Cole Heist and another one that led to another bucket to, I believe, push it to 7. He was great tonight, and I think it's about time that he earns that one. He really, really pulled the team along in the second half. Not by himself, of course, but his efforts did not go unnoticed in that second half. And so he'll be rewarded his first honoree of the season as our BRPS player of the game tonight. Congrats to Drew, and congrats to Coach Engels and the coaching staff for win number 8 on the season, 8-2, not too shabby through the first half of the year. Do finally have a score update from Stanton right now. We don't have a time with it yet. I'm waiting here as there's a timeout on the floor. So we're waiting to get the official timeout pulled up on the live stream. It's 53-50 right now. The Hornets and the Aviators battling it out there from Stanton. 3-point lead for the hometown Hornets at this point. We'll see if that holds here for the moment as the clock ticking down. We'll get a time left on that one here for you before we get into our final send-off here in about 3 seconds from now. And that game has 18 seconds left. So it is a very exciting ending there. You can catch that on NFHS. Of course, for Big Rapids folks, not going to be long until you see and hear more basketball. We will be back at home in Cardinal Arena. Show up, show out here as we'll play the Indians in a little bit of a regional contest. Of course, White Cloud in the white division of the CSAA, but of course in proximity still. It's a small town, little mini rivalry, not necessarily to the Battle of Misiola to Reed City, but it is still going to be a good game. So be sure to stay tuned, and you can also find us wherever you found this broadcast. As an offensive foul the other way, I believe, gives Central Montcalm the basketball back with 9 seconds to go, or potentially free throws here for Aviation. They're talking it over right now, but enough of that game. We'll let you watch that one on your own time. We will send it off from here. Big thanks goes out to Big Rapids Public Schools, the Big Rapids Rapids Virtual School, Johnson's Automotive Repair, Michigan Primary Care Partners of Big Rapids and Canadian Lakes, Motor the Macassaso Transit Authority, the Schuberg Insurance Agency, as well as Extremely Clean Power Washing and Painting, Quality Car and Truck Repair, New Horizon Landscaping, JD Fit Menards, Cook Street Service, Post 98 American Legion Baseball, Dazos Digital, and Big Rapids DailyNews.com. This Big Rapids Media Network broadcast and live stream is in partnership with Big Rapids Public Schools. Big Rapids Media Network is Big Country 100.9, Y102, WYBR. WBRN 1460 AM and 107.7 FM, Rewind 99.1, Big Rapids DailyNews.com, and Dazos Digital. Family owned for over 25 years. The Big Rapids Media Network is proud to partner with Big Rapids Public Schools in their athletic programs and will continue to do so for years to come. Big thanks to head coach Ken Ingles, as well as Superintendent Tim Heitz, Principal Ron Pinkham, as well as Athletic Director Don Thompson for their support of these broadcasts. Big thanks to Sylvie Wisniewski, always, for doing a great job back in the News Radio WBRN studios this evening, getting everything smooth out into your airwaves wherever you're listening. Be sure tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. pregame from Cardinal Arena, as Big Rapids will host White Cloud in back-to-back nights. We will sign off for here. For Brandon Worth, on behalf of WBRN, thanks for all tuning in. The Cardinals win it 50-43 over Fremont. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on WBRN.
You've been listening to Big Rapids Cardinal Basketball on WBRN 1460 AM and 96.5 FM. We now return to regular programming.